mustache did not make that any better.
I'll cut you.
I like how that's what they hear. That's what they hear is the mustache did not make it any better. You know what did make it better, though? It's Tuesday.
It is.
It's Tuesday.
Yep.
And,
Mine's?
oh, maybe. I don't know.
Mr. Fresh's mic is closed.
Sorry, y'all. You know, it wouldn't be Calls from Beyond if we didn't have technical difficulties. I'm sorry we're on extreme CPT tonight as well. I had an amazing interview. For
Y'all,
my
I'm not
channel.
even playing with y'all.
As a matter of fact, I forgot. We didn't even change this. But
Welcome to the Black Cauldron.
yeah,
She cute
y'all.
back there.
Y'all, does that look like me to y'all? Tell me, because it's hand-drawn. And I've had it for like a year and a half.
Shout out to Pixel Kid.
Yeah, shout out to Pixel Kid. Because I feel like this looks like me. My mom was like, no.
Nah,
And I'm like,
look, when I look
That
at
is you.
Listen, I'm your husband. I stare at that face every day.
and yeah,
that
and he got my
looks like you,
moles,
bro.
which y'all only see on like YouTube because I use a filter because I be looking old on camera. So, you know, I feel like it looks like me.
Yeah, Luna says a cartoon version.
That's what the details. First of all, I gotta really look at my picture again because I don't think y'all understand. I don't even know if you can see it, but baby, I'm putting it on a t-shirt. Merch
Yeah,
is-
oh, facts. Yeah, that is a good T-shirt logo right there.
It is.
I'd wear it.
is.
That's like you
You
could.
wouldn't have any choice.
I wear your face.
You'd be the photo they used to promo it.
Yeah, man, you're gonna wear my t-shirt.
Who made you the who made you the shirt?
Which one?
Oh, the fan submitted one.
Oh, Kamisha. I don't know if she's in here tonight, but
Kamisha, I'm gonna need you to take this logo and put it on a pack of drawers.
oh my God,
I'm wearing your face.
Where's the head gonna go, Miss Fresh?
he's not gonna, right.
Right on my cheek.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know?
All right. All right.
Goodness,
You're
don't
never,
be
you're
trying
never
to-
cheating.
No, you be trying to, man. You was about to get me in trouble.
I don't think there's a wrong answer for that
I
because you
don't
still
know.
want her on the drawers.
Yes. She
Shout,
could go. She could go on my thigh.
Oh.
shout out to Miss M. Thomas real quick for joining our members only on my channel.
Welcome to the
Yay.
Welcome.
And shout out to Mr. Francisco,
Fran man.
Fran man.
becoming a member over on Calls From Beyond.
Shout out to
she's-
Franny.
They said that's definitely me. The logo behind you is fire. Thank you so much. So this logo was commissioned. I commissioned Pixel Kid, which it's hand drawn. It's not AI. I know AI is a thing now, but I've had it for a year and a half. I just
Well,
didn't
we know
what to
this
do.
artist personally, so
Yes,
I
my baby
know.
brother. He's so talented. Like, I wish I don't know. My mom's genes just skipped me when it came to the art part, but I just had.
I'd say it came in a different way.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so. And I was gonna say, so we're late tonight because I interviewed Miss Joni. She is an astrologist here,
Sheesh.
and her reading was scary accurate, and the content was contenting, and it will be up either tomorrow or Thursday. So
It was dope.
10 out of 10 interview. 10 out of 10. You'll learn a lot. I
Man.
learned a lot.
Yeah.
I promise you, if you don't have the brain space, please.
Oh, yeah, it is
Don't smoke before you
Oh,
watch this.
you're gonna be terrified.
Because I was like, oh my goodness. And she gave so much information because for context, you know, once she did my reading, I would have been stuck like, what? But the reading was fire. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for y'all to see it. It was really, really good. One of my best readings that I've received. But shout out to everyone that's in the chat. Shout out to Lauren, Mari, Mystical. I don't want to say a real, I know who this is, but you know, hey girl, hey, all my patrons that are in the house. Thank you so much for all of the support. And
I
were
know
we here last year or last month? Or damn, not last year or last month. Last week?
Last week.
Yeah,
Was it the New Year?
it was on Monday.
It was the New Year.
No.
No.
No. So, okay, happy New Year. Okay. And
Facts.
they...
I'm double checking, but even if
No, I
I
even
don't
if it
know. It
was
was the 30th.
It was the
It was the
30th.
30th.
it was the 30th because we
It was the
is the
30th.
day before. So
a
happy
Monday?
New Year, everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
And I know a lot of people be on my neck because I
Yep.
made a TikTok
Last
and they
Monday.
were just like, it's not the new year. Well, I know that. I know that the new year does not
I know
start
that.
until the spring solstice. But, us hoodoos, we do both of them. Okay, so happy New Year.
Hey, the TV man told me New Year. I celebrate New Year. TV man told me.
Because, it goes a little deeper than that. You got to look at the calendars that came before the ones that we acknowledge now. So we'll be having this conversation again in March.
The
March
only
21st,
dates
I believe.
that matter on the new calendar are pay dates.
Man, listen. Money is going to just flow all over it. First of all, let's go ahead. Every New Year, I like to not pray, but just speak
Affirmations?
yeah, into everybody. Like I did it to my grandmother on New Year's Eve, like whenever it turned midnight, and my sister. So I'm wishing everybody abundance. You are rich. You are successful. You are God's favorite. You will do well, overly exceptional this year. We are in the bag. We are coming for 2025's neck. I say amen, I bobo. I just want to say that to y'all because we starting this year out good.
It's the year.
It's the year.
It's the year.
And two different readers doing two different type of divinations told me I had a reading on New Year's Eve and I had a reading today. And the one on New Year's Eve, they were like, your grandmother's coming through and she says you're Beyonce. Now, walk with me.
Why you look at me like that? I'm walking with you.
No, because I know a lot of people be like, your grandma is egotistical, but she had to give me a message that I would receive. I tell people, you are not Beyonce, you are Michelle. All the time, don't I? Haven't I told you you're Beyonce? So for her to come through, and this was a psychic, shout out to Trinity Oracles, for her to be like, your grandma's over here saying you're Beyonce. So it's time for you to this is going to be a really big year. So I'm just excited. I'm excited.
I would say
I'm just here for the rap.
You're not Jay-Z though. You're better looking than Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Better,
not with this haircut right now. Not with this haircut.
I feel like Jay-Z's a pretty low bar.
Yeah, he is. Spiritually,
listen,
of course.
Probably that too. I don't
spiritually.
Know.
However, I'd rather be an ugly ass billionaire
than a hot ass thousandaire.
Than a cute ass thousandaire. I promise you.
Man, listen.
I'd be like, you're gonna edit every one of my photos.
On me, I would be face-tuning the shit out of myself.
You don't gotta be cute. I'm coming out the crib just like all the other rich people.
Well, this is
rich.
Yeah, I'm coming out with the New Balances.
Hey, what's wrong with New Balance? I got wear New Balances now.
No, I'm not talking about the cute New Balances that everybody start wearing
the
now.
lawnmower 5000s.
Yeah, I'm talking about the rich white dad 3000s. Them New Balances. The ones that don't match with your outfit. I'm coming out with them. I'm a billionaire.
All right, before everybody starts getting mad at us in the comments and sending me hate mail,
they're not going to send you hate mail today.
The call-in number is right down below. Go ahead and call.
He didn't.
George.
I'm not dealing with George today.
No, guys, stop ruining surprises.
You know what?
Now they know.
George.
Now they know. Stop.
What?
He didn't jump scare you.
No, but I can honestly
It's
say,
terrifying.
You know what? See, the ADHD in us just will never, ever let us have a normal call-in show, but this is why you love us.
Yep.
Now, if you would like to call in, the number is down below. If you are a member, or if you were here last week and we could not get to your call, please give us a call. Members get a free call.
Yes.
And if you would like to skip the line for any reason, then you are available. Or how much is it?
To skip the line, it is $10. It's completely free to call in. If you are a member, though, just post a member of Calls From Beyond, comment in the live chat and just put your 4 numbers if you're gonna call in. Just that way we're not like.
But
guessing.
we gotta get some type of system down packed, because how are we keeping track of when people are using this? Like, what if they just say that they're a member every week? And
Well,
skip
we
the
can
line for
see.
free?
You can see there's an
But what I'm
emblem.
saying
next
is,
to
are we
it.
going to be able? Are we taking numbers down? Are we taking names down? Like,
We should start cataloging.
yeah, because
We can start cataloging.
There's no way that we would know. They could call back.
You know, Mr. Fresh, I'm on that today.
Listen,
I'm
He's on his Zoom.
we're
in
gonna
my last life, I used to be a scammer, so I want to make sure that we don't get scared.
holy shit.
Hey, I'm like 57% Nigerian.
Hey, I swear it reminds me of that Facebook post I made today when I told them.
I had to screenshot it and be like, girl, what is going on?
I had to tell them, quit. First of all,
Just
My bad.
Yeah, just push it
So
up.
first of all, the feds is on Facebook. Quit asking me stupid questions that you know I can't.
Hey,
but
girl, you
cannot
got
answer.
the what are the cars called that like you take off the serial number or like the VIN number?
Yeah, like why is you
There's, like, a
asking me
name
that
for
on
it.
Facebook?
A
What, you
car?
Police?
Yeah. There's like
Leave
it's
me
like
alone.
Or they shave off the VINs?
yeah. It's like there's like a slang term for it.
I don't know them kind of cars, sir.
Oh my goodness!
I was hoping you to
So-
just watch TikTok like I have.
You supposed to just get a car in a
Striker.
CPN.
That's
A
what it is.
striker.
Yeah.
Apparently, you look Brazilian. I am
hey,
dying at this comment
listen.
that the Hedgewitch of Riverside said, "I give him Mace, not Jay-Z.
Mace,
He's seen his
okay.
share.
All right.
Noah's man is given Brazilian." So
All right.
I remember one time we was in a buffet like 10 years ago, and someone that was like Polynesian was like, "Oh, what island are you from?"
Swear.
And I was
On
like,
me.
I
On
said
me. They
the
was like,
island
what
of
island you from? I'm
Pittsburgh?
like, I'm from Pittsburgh. What you
don't
mean?
get
I'm
this
from the
man-
city.
You should have been like Fiji.
No,
No,
like,
it's
hey,
ghetto. They would
hey,
never.
don't get me to start acting brand new. You know what I'm saying? You got that
Neverland.
Like, a
exotic
lot of
right
people
here.
don't, and he wears hats a lot, so nobody knows that he has a silk press underneath his hat, and he's just like,
He's caught me off guard a couple of times. I'm like, damn, all right, Mr. Fresh.
like, why do you have the eyelashes be eyelashing?
It's rough out here. Look, I'm getting a haircut on Thursday, y'all. So
I
I'll be
know.
back next week, a new man. I promise. Because when when the mustache start curling over the top lip, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Yeah, I feel that.
So, and I always like when people ask me like, what nationality? Like, what is your husband? I'm like, what do you look like?
What do you? I want to hear what you think first.
I want to hear what you think.
No,
And,
they definitely be thinking I'm Samoan or something crazy. Like,
I know he's
I'm like,
one of
nah,
those.
Sorry, guys. I just have a white grandma. I'm
That's
sorry.
it. He's
Nothing
African
special here.
American.
Nothing special here.
Yep.
I'm just
so-
a regular mutt.
Go ahead and call that number. It's completely free to call in. While we're waiting for the callers to come in, I know we got a few. I just have a quick announcement. So if you missed last October when I was heavily promoting Spirits to Spirits, it is now coming back as a regular bi-monthly thing starting in February.
Yeah.
So
Had fun at that. I really enjoyed that. I mean,
Hey.
I really, really had
Hey,
fun.
we're going to have to
listen.
bring you back because we're going to start doing special guests
Hey,
on
y'all,
them. Like we're
Spirits
trying
with
to get like
Spirits.
a Mr. JW on for one of
That would
them.
be
We're trying to
That
get
would be
a Miss BC on one of them.
Nah, hey, you would have to triple the price of the tickets though.
For
'Cause
BC? Oh yeah.
There's no
Jay,
way.
oh, well,
Me,
okay.
I
Well, here's the thing:
ain't
is like,
nobody. No,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
playing,
For special guests, it's gonna be they're gonna be
Yeah.
obviously a higher
Yeah,
higher
'cause it's
ticketed
like,
item.
I mean, you get the ghost hunt with the ghost hunter. Like that's crazy.
Well, yeah, they get to go. What do you
know,
mean?
Well, you're. I mean,
Well, I'm what?
You're an amateur.
Let me go get a
man.
haircut, then he'll take me
Nah,
serious.
listen, that is the most famous ghost hunter that I know because I don't know any of them. No, they cutting up in my comments talking about I feel it is oh so silky smooth.
Hey, man. Hey,
His
hey.
hair literally is so smooth. Like I thought he was Polynesian or like Samoan when I first met him. And then my sister told us we look Puerto Rican at our
Look
wedding.
like we having
and I
a
was
Puerto Rican
like-
love affair. That's
I
what,
said,
At your
she-
wedding?
Yeah.
Yes.
Your
she's
photo
funny.
didn't think that.
No, we did. I look back on my wedding pictures. The first one that we did, not the renewal. I said,
Oh,
yeah.
is that the one that's in the article? That photo?
No.
Is that the renewal?
You never see. Yeah, wait.
hold on,
Did
which
it
one?
look like
Which
it
one
was
you got the
expensive?
pictures of? You got the pictures of the all white, or you got
I
the
think
pictures?
the all white.
Oh yeah,
Oh, the all
in the
white, that was-
articles,
that was-
yeah.
that was our
that was
first
our first wedding.
Y'all don't look Puerto Rican there.
That's because you know I'm not Puerto Rican.
feel like a
I worked at
goddamn Puerto
Victoria's
Rican.
Secret and somebody
like
came up to me speaking Spanish and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what do I look like I am?" And my manager thought I was
They talk to me in
being-
Spanish all the time. I'd be like, "Poquito español, por favor."
Yeah.
Poquito.
We definitely
I gotta make
moonlight
sure I put
as
an
Puerto
emphasis.
Ricans apparently, but you know, all folks came from Africa, so it doesn't surprise me because when I went to Puerto Rico, I was just like, "Are you sure we're not in Compton? Like these people look just like us." Like,
Now when they be
Yo,
when they,
speaking of Compton, I didn't go to
Wearing
Compton,
the
but I went to
tightest skinny
Inglewood.
jeans.
That place is
Mm-hmm.
hella gentrified now.
it is, yeah, it's been there like that for a minute.
the wedding is giving West Side Story. I'm done. They are.
Oh my God, West Side
West Side
hilarious.
Story. Hey, I definitely did a split, y'all, and I looked at her in the air, and
Oh
we was
my
kicking.
gosh.
I was walking like,
Oh man, hey, remember that time I convinced the internet that he was a paid actor
Yeah.
from Fiverr, and I adopted the paid actor baby.
That's so funny.
And you know, I really got reached out by a
like
web show
somebody
that
tried
had
to pick it up as a movie. Like
like,
it was.
Like a legit movie or like a Tubi movie?
No, it wasn't a movie. It wasn't a movie. It's a online show, but it's on YouTube, and it has like 6 million subscribers. Like one of those like documentary. It's called My Strange Family or something. I had to tell them I was just playing. I did not expect.
Sounds like TLC would eat that up.
Yes, it was like a TLC, but for online. And I was just like,
Interesting.
I'm a liar.
Hey, listen, I was with taking it to the death though. We could really.
Y'all ain't about to make me look desperate. I was only playing.
Isn't it? But it's a prime example, Noah, that they're looking for storylines. So like that's all TLC does all day is like, what is the weirdest
But listen, bro, we made it to the shade room. Like we was the front cover of the shade room.
I deserve a blue check mark. The Daily
was-
Mail.
We had news articles in Spanish, bro, like Telemundo.
Oh my god!
I swear. If you think I'm
went
lying,
worldwide, dude.
go to Google and put in my TikTok name 111 Noah 1111 and press the news. My kid came home and was like, "Mom, did you know that you were on the Sun online?" And it was like months and months later. I didn't even know anybody picked it up. I applied for my blue check mark, but they told me the Sun UK was not famous enough.
I'm just mad that they got the first wedding and not the second one because I spent
so
a little
ghetto.
bag on the second wedding. So I wish they would have took them photos, the good ones.
It was my fault. I
not
should
the
have
wedding
been
chapel
trolling that
photos.
hard, bro. Like I was trolling. So that's what I get. And the video was under 1 minute long, and it has like 18 million views right now.
Oh no, you should have just put it again. Just doubled it.
I know. I'm just gonna.
Only thing that
loop
made
it.
me mad is like when the shade room did it, they ain't blur out my kid's face. Like my kids' faces was on the shade room.
I mean,
bro.
I kind of made it public.
It was
I
cool.
didn't expect
It was
to
cool
blow
for
up.
them. Like the kids was probably geeked up. Like, hey,
Hey, I
see me on
want
the-
it.
see
I
me on
want
the
it.
shade room?
No, well now every time I go on TikTok Live, here comes my sons. Hi, Kyron's mom. How did you even get to my algorithm? No, they
for
see me in
real.
the shade room.
Kyron's mom.
I can't.
Listen,
All right, well, going back to Pioneer Salute, if that sounds interesting to you, doing a ghost hunt with me and potentially another one with Miss Noah, we're gonna
I'm
work out
going
the
back.
details.
I'm with it.
Well, you're always welcome back.
Yeah.
The thing is
I
we're
loved
gonna
it.
start bringing in like bigger influencers like
Yes.
Noah and other people. So go check out pioneersaloon.com. That's going to be up in the next couple of days with the ability to book. We have 2 dates already in February and 2 dates in March. But all right, George, it sounds like we've got a
Okay,
few calls.
just
Before you come
one,
off.
just one more plug. Thank you so much to everybody that's been booking the Bali and Costa Rica trip. You guys, y'all,
How many slots are left for Bali?
I believe 4. Because remember,
We
we added
added
on
5
5 more
more.
spots.
and we added them. To be honest, when we added the second trip and we added the extra seats, it was like around Christmas time. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? A week before Christmas, nobody's spending their bread on
Yeah.
vacations
But
unless they got kids.
that's not even true because we have 4 bookings before Christmas,
Well,
right before, a couple days before.
It's more difficult for those of us that do have
I got
children.
kids. But there was some baddies that said, "This is my year."
I'm
And
throwing
they
ass in Bali.
We
Yes, it
outside.
was 4. No, it wasn't even 4. It's 4 on Costa Rica alone.
Oh,
and I
I'm
just
throwing
launched
ass
that
in
one.
Costa Rica then.
So,
Costa Rica's gonna be lit, bro.
oh man.
Hey, I was looking at the hotel. I said, okay.
Okay, that's
I
all.
see the vision.
And I'm
I
mad that
see
you
the
guys
vision.
aren't coming
I
because
understand
George
it now.
would have a ball. It's all strongman activities. You know,
Oh
like
my goodness.
like zip lining,
Yeah,
strong brave man
Oh,
activities.
okay. You know a ziplining fan?
I love to zip line. He
Oh,
don't want to
okay.
zip line.
Hey,
I
ain't
wanna
gonna
zip
sit
line.
on this. I ain't gonna sit on this
Mr.
live
Fresh.
and make it seem like
We
I be
go
on some.
we go fast as fuck, dude.
Look,
I was just saying, the three of us
I'm
are
fatter
probably.
than you, so
Oh,
I'm
you
going
would
100 miles an hour.
He's going
Who's
Mach
stopping
3.
me, bro?
It'd be like
The net. What do you
Break
mean?
his ankles.
The
Rápido,
net
rápido.
is gonna catch you.
I'm
She's gonna
going
be there.
off the platform after I go through the platform.
you see the smoke coming off the
Nah.
wire.
All right, so a moment of transparency. So when I was in not elementary school, in middle school, we had this thing in our middle school called Oompa, where we used to tie up the ropes like how you doing on a zip line, and we would go down in our gym. In our gymnasium, like we would do like different activities where we would like zip line from like the
Ghetto
back
zip
wall.
lining.
The back wall to the stage and stuff like that. I always hated that part of the zip line. I would do the activities, but I just wouldn't do that part because I always thought about the rope sagging, right?
Yeah.
And you got to be able to have the physical fitness to lift your
That's why I said
legs up.
strongman activity.
Like you got to lift your legs up to your chest so that you don't hit your legs off the platform whenever you coming in.
Yeah.
My biggest fear is always hitting my legs off the platform and my
Mr. Fresh,
body
you're
gonna
going
be
to be
shoulder-
like 800 feet off the
going
ground.
through your head. Yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
and it's not even ziplining isn't a part of like the resort is like a big adult resort where you can do kid fun like.
Ooh, like fun
but we're there
activities
for
and
the relaxation, the tea, the classes, and everything else. So shout out to y'all, and if y'all are interested, the link is in the comments.
And just a moment of transparency on that trip, y'all. We going to relax, but we going to turn up too.
Yeah.
So we going to turn up. So if you afraid of the turn up to a certain extent, we might.
That's the turn up music. You know,
I'm
I'm
gonna turn up just
anything.
like that. Hey, listen, it ain't gotta be a full twerk, just one cheek twerk. Like that's
Just
all
the
we
one
need.
cheek,
We
just
just got
real
the
quick.
one.
You're gonna be
one
having
cheek.
such a good time. You'll be able to throw ass to that music.
Listen,
That's tough.
if you
I can
can't
throw
throw
ass
ass
to
to that
anything.
music, it's a problem.
True.
What are you
I could
spending
throw
your
ass
money
to
for?
Violins
Right.
and harps. I
The
don't.
violins.
I
God, not
promise
the harp.
y'all don't know me. Y'all never been out with me. Y'all don't know
Listen.
me. My ancestors come out.
I seen
them
her throw
African
ass to
ones.
elevator music before. It goes down.
But I know we have a lot of calls in queue. So who is the first caller, George?
Save us from ass.
Our first caller is going to be last four digits 4747.
Just a reminder, it is completely free to call in. If you want to skip the line, it is a $10 super chat or a $10 cash app.
I cannot barely hear you.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, it's the Luminary Luna Beams Chastity. How are y'all doing?
Hey, how are
She
you?
is back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I've been gone. My kid's been doing gymnastics on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So it's kind of put me out of the show. So I've been doing the mom thing, but I'm happy to catch one finally.
No,
We're glad to have you
miss
back.
You back.
Yeah, I got it's a short story, but I got a cool one to share. I figured it may be interesting. So it comes with a question though. Has anybody ever seen 28 Days Haunted on Netflix?
I have
Yes.
some opinions on that show.
Yes, I haven't seen all
Yeah.
of it, but because I fall asleep on everything, y'all. I'm a senior citizen. But go ahead.
Okay, so I went to one of the locations that they really haven't let anybody investigate with my team. And basically, we went the 21st. We actually went on the winter solstice. So, yeah, the place is definitely haunted. I had questions about it because I live near where the Charlie Lawson murders happened. It's still around. 95 years later, they're still kicking it. But wasn't too sure if Charlie Lawson was still there. Well, we ended up finding out that it's definitely haunted, just not by Charlie Lawson. When we went, there was 7 of us. They let us go in the attic, which they haven't let anybody up there since the show. It's almost impossible to investigate the place. And pretty much, I pulled some cards that my friend had created, and it basically told me it was going to attack me, right? I know this sounds wild, but it told me, like, psychic attack you. So I already figured something was going to pop off. We had the most REM pod activity up on the 3rd floor, highly, highly active. Yeah, but again, the 2nd floor, though, we did a double Estes session. And I would do a meditation the night before, and I literally was sent straight there, like in a remote viewing type thing. And when I sat down to do the Estes session, the same thing happened. And whatever man that was there, the same things that were happening, it's on video. I know this sounds really hard. Bear with me, though. But the man that kept kind of harassing the guy and the girl legitimately saw him. He stood right beside of me and literally started kind of putting pressure on my 3rd eye. And we picked it up on a double Estes. So not only was I doing the Estes, somebody else was doing the Estes. I had to push him off of me. But the short part, creepy part was in the 2nd floor hallway right there at the door. I look over in the spirit under the Estes. I see a black shadow that proceeds to crawl up the wall onto the ceiling, and I realized this. And the guy that's under the Estes session, like immediately, he's we didn't blindfold, but we shut our eyes. He had the stuff on. He literally said, "I'm crawling above you." So
See, y'all brave. Y'all brave. Actually, I lied because I said Austin was the greatest ghost hunter. She might be the bravest.
Luna
okay?
is if not the head of that list for sure on the list.
Man, listen. So, and she did this voluntarily, y'all. this is
Yeah.
I think you have to be a little bit crazy to do paranormal investigations. I think you just have to have a little tinge of craziness
That's
to
why I
you.
was like, I love it. I loved it.
Yeah.
I had fun. Like, even though, because I'm the type that I like to be scared. Like, I like to feel my stomach drop into my ass because then I know it's real. I like to feel cold spots.
I feel like it wasn't that bad though, because we didn't like, even though we encountered entities, it really wasn't like a
Wasn't in
scary
your face.
vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't like-
I feel like they wanted to talk so
Yeah.
much that they were suffocating us at one point, or at
Yeah.
least me. I was like, please get off my neck.
Well, at least you and one other person.
And the other person,
throughout the
yeah,
night.
with both of us, like I literally had to pull up a chair and say, "Have a seat. You don't have to be on my
Wait
neck.
your turn, please.
Hold on. I know y'all are here. I acknowledge. I thank you for not being weird with me, but just have a seat because it. If you've never been on a ghost hunt, I like to just call them the ghost hunts.
Yep.
I would highly recommend one, especially if you're a spooky person. Start off very, something like the Pioneer.
Yep.
That's perfect because it's new spirits, old spirits. Some of them are.
That's like a perfect novice.
Yeah.
Ghost hunter.
I'm not
spot.
saying go into.
Let's go to Goldfield right off the rip and
Yeah,
just go down
no.
to the basement.
No.
But you're pretty good. You are
she's definitely
experienced,
seasoned in
so she can do that and know how to cleanse and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big part of it because when he started putting pressure on my third eye, had to get those hands going and start moving energy because you can't let things like attack you like that. It was definitely the man. Also, there was a doll upstairs and a Ouija board. There was nothing else up on the third floor. They had to move the doll because it was so haunted. And then we had the Fear app open, which I'm kind of iffy about it still, about the app.
Fear app.
But I do kind of trust it. But they showed an image of the doll in the case on the Seer app. That was quite crazy. And the Seer app image, I might have to send it through IG, but she's got blood on certain parts of her body. It kind of made a story of like, because it was a funeral home. It really was.
Wow.
So there was multiple spirits.
Yeah.
I felt surrounded. It was wild. But another validation is he was on the other side of the Estes session, and he's like, I'm standing behind her within like 30 seconds of me saying this man's standing right beside of me. So I don't know how much more validation you can get, but just to say it's definitely haunted.
Yeah.
It's not by Charlie Lawson.
That's
Yeah, there's really a lot more. We got
scary.
It was. Well, one day maybe I can fly out that way and we can all do a ghost hunt together because
I'm just
that's
waiting.
what I'm doing these
I'm
days.
just waiting. I keep throwing
I know.
hints, and she's like, "I know." Throwing hints.
Maybe we should go. We should go
trying to get in that zone.
to the haunted museum with her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I still haven't been. It's right down the street from us, Luna.
Oh
Like literally,
I
like
never
a block.
noticed the creepy
We could
red
walk there
light
from here.
Oh yeah, when it's dark.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
The red light is
I saw it
crazy.
the other day. I said, "What in the hell?" Literally,
What if
hell.
the red light special was going on
Yes,
there?
it was very scary.
Yeah, it's. I still haven't been there. It's because I like if I go there, I want to film, but I know they've
Yeah.
let one group film in there. So
Yeah.
Would they let us bring equipment though?
No.
Like non.
Oh, absolutely not.
God, I don't know why not. Be nice.
We know. I know for sure that the stuff in there is haunted though.
Yeah, like there's no like.
No, my neighbor.
No, like
went-
I know
they
somebody
brought
who
something
bought
home.
stuff from there.
Yeah, no. Well, our neighbor, our kid just dog sitted for over the winter break. He found out what I do for a living because I look like a mom planting on the back, feeding the strays.
Yeah, you look like a
Letting
cool
them have
mom.
date night.
Right. And he figured out what I did. He's like, oh my God, I want to follow you because we went to the Zach Bacon's museum and accidentally brought something home.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, yeah. But thank you so much,
Yes,
Luna. I
thank you,
appreciate
Luna, for
it.
calling in.
You're welcome. Y'all are awesome, and y'all have a good night.
You
All right,
too.
Thank you.
well.
You as well.
She said, climbing
All
the
right, bye-bye.
wall, that is a demon. And it is. It is.
And it is.
And
And it is.
Yeah, because ain't no human, nothing that's human is going to crawl up a wall.
So when we going back for spirits, what spirits? Because I'm ready.
That's what I was telling them
He got
today.
his-
I
he
was
got
scared
his
the first
steps
time.
Yeah, he was.
I was scared.
like
I was
riding a
scared to
roller
use the bathroom. I ain't
Listen.
gonna hold you. Like somebody unalived in that bathroom.
Yeah, listen.
So I made him just stand
She
there.
made me come to the bathroom with her every time she went.
Which is funny because I got some more history on that, and they can't really. There's no record of who the story is. They're saying it's definitely not like impossible that somebody was, and they probably were, especially in the early 1900s. But because there's the lady Ruby, but the Ruby that everybody says it is, like, died like 3 years ago. She lived to be like 80 something and died in like California.
So she did.
So it's not the lady we thought. There is like a feminine spirit there for sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's Ruby,
She
though.
But that would be
shows,
kind of
yeah.
weird, like if it wasn't a feminine spirit, because you always see the entity in the
mirror.
woman's bathroom.
Like she's
Yeah.
like, y'all checking y'all makeup, okay.
So think about how
1800s
weird.
But
it
now
would be
she's
if
the guy
that was
going,
a man.
I like the way you put that on.
Right,
Jeez.
like no, I'd rather
Oh,
have
yeah,
a woman's
baby.
spirit. Like in the
One star on the ghost. You like, oh yeah.
Who do we have next, George?
Our next caller. At last for wow. Oh, people don't be nervous to call in. You guys have. I was seeing people in this waiting room
Every
here. We
day.
have one caller right now that we're going to get to, but all the people that were in the waiting room.
They just
Hopefully,
left.
you didn't have to leave for other reasons. But jump back in. Our next caller, 3610 is the last 4 digits. *6 to unmute yourself.
But to answer your question, we're gonna for sure plan it out.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be a bigger thing than.
Hello.
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 Hi, how are you guys tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good.
This voice sounds familiar. Have you called
Oh,
in?
yes, I called in a couple of weeks ago. I was the one that had the spirit pass through me.
I remember.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. So tell me why this past Friday, because, you know, everybody been talking about everything in the sky, and I'm like, I've never seen it. I want to see it. So this past Friday, early in the morning, it's like I had just looked at the clock. It was 3:48 in the morning because I had to be to work at 5. So tell me why this, like, you know what the balls of light look like when on Transformers when the robots are falling out of the sky?
Yes.
That's what I saw at first. Then all of a sudden it turned into this bright strip of light it was like this like blue tinted light with rainbows on the tail, and it looked like something teleported through the sky. And I'm saying, like, clear skies, no clouds, no trees in my way, nothing, just this streak of light. It was too thick to be lightning. And I feel like if it was the reverse engineered ones, they would have stayed in the sky for a little while just to be noticed. But split second, and I'm like, I was so freaked out and so hyped at the same time. I'm like, okay, so I asked and I received.
She said, right. She said, I don't know how to feel about this, but it's cool, but I'm terrified because what is that?
Right, because right after, like, I'm looking in the sky, and I live in the country, so like that early in the morning, I'm not driving fast because it's deers, like, and so I'm not trying to tear up my car or get hurt. So tell me why this huge. I was in a Dodge Ram, right? So tell me why this huge deer that was as tall as the hood on the car just walked out in front of me looking all dazed and confused.
Oh, that's because it was a shapeshifter, and he said, I didn't know I was going to be this big whenever I shapeshift. No, I'm just playing.
He said, damn, I'm
He's
thick.
like, God damn, I'm thick, right? I'm
Caked
tall
up on
too,
this Tuesday.
stallion.
And I'm saying, like, right in front of the truck, because I was not already driving. I was already driving slow. So when I saw the light, I kind of hit the brake, and like the car was still moving, but my foot was not on the gas or the brake. So I'm like kind of cruising. So when the deer jumped out, well, not jumped out because it just walked out. It looked at me like I'm in the wrong spot, and I'm looking at him like, "Can you get out of my way?"
Not him saying,
Like,
excuse me, lady, your car is in my way, even though it's in the right spot of the road.
Get your car out my forest.
This is my road.
This is my road, and this is my wilderness, and you're in the wrong spot. Move.
The
No,
deer
for
was
real.
like, get
Yes.
out my swamp. You know, like I can't. And it's a lot of things going on right now. I just made the video on my page about the fog, and now
And
did
it
you
just
see
came
all
out?
those plane crashes?
Yeah.
All of these UAP,
People getting
UFO type
sick.
people getting sick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need them to be easy. We have been experiencing the most ghetto past few years between 2020 and 2024, and we are tired,
Yes.
especially us millennials.
Get it over
Baby, get
Do
off
what you
our
gonna do.
necks, right? Get off our necks,
Right.
Mr. Government.
Do what
But
you gonna do so I know how to proceed with the rest of my life.
that's what I said.
Is rent due on the 1st? Yes
Right,
or no?
come on now. While we go through these spiritual reparations that half of us didn't even order, and it's cold.
I didn't order
That
'em.
part.
Okay, can we cancel rent until we figure out if the aliens are here to go to
That part.
war or if they're just here for entertainment purposes only? I need to know
Because I don't
this
like
rent
wasting
high.
my time.
Yep.
Or my rent money.
Or
I
my
don't
rent
like wasting
money.
my time.
Let me know if I need to prepare for
Right.
Armageddon because I can't do that and
That-
rent. But thank you
Right.
so much
Yes.
for
So-
calling, and I appreciate it.
No problem. Oh, can I tell you another quick story real quick? One you'll
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
okay, so back in '87, right? So I was like maybe a year old. The ocean told me I wasn't welcome. So
Wait,
Wait, not
Hold on,
welcome?
hold on,
Well,
hold on.
I'm
hold
sorry,
on.
I distracted
He
her.
was showing me where somebody said they're not paying T-Mobile, and I was like, facts. So the ocean told you were not welcomed.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm like I don't think I can talk yet, but I can remember like this is one of my first memories. So we're at the beach and I want like the beach, the water. I'm like, it's calling me, but I'm terrified. Like something is like, don't do it. As a child, don't do it. But I like it's calling me. I want to go in so bad. I was fine. My whole family, we were playing on the beach. Everyone in my family decided to go in the water. I'm scared, so I'm on the beach just having a tantrum, just losing it. Finally, my dad was like, okay, I'm sick of you crying and you just killing the vibe. So he picked me up. He came out the water. He picked me up, put me on his shoulders, and started carrying me back in. Tell me why. A huge wave hit my dad in the back of the legs, right, and knocked me off his shoulders. I didn't go under the water. I don't remember like swallowing. I don't remember water over my head, period. All I remember is the wave sitting me back on the beach was like, nope.
It's terrifying.
Not today, child. Not today.
You remember in the Moana movie
I was
where
just
when
about
she
to
was
say,
in her diaper in the
yes,
wave?
and she just
Yeah,
kept
in the wave.
throwing her back out. I swear,
Yep.
when you said that the ocean was not welcoming of you, I thought about Moana whenever she
Yep.
was
No,
little
but
and went
even
out there
you can
and
say that
spit
in
her
the
out.
comments.
And
Not Moana.
I'm just my 4-year-old. He's never been to the beach, right? And I'm taking my Tootie man to the beach, and it just
Oh wow.
it's scary because even though I love water and I love the beach is a very spiritual place, and it's scary. You got mermaids, you got spirits, deities. I mean, between Olakun, Yamoja, Mami Wata, and the mermaids, and now UAP aliens. It's a very spiritual place for the little ones. So either they were ancestry trying to protect you, or they was just like, I feel like that was more of a protection thing, not like you can't get in here.
Yeah, but I love water. I wish I could live in it, and
I
I
know.
wanted it was calling me, and I just wanted to get in it, but something was like, nah, little one, no,
Yep.
That wasn't
you're
the water
fine.
calling
Stay
you. That
where
was
you are.
something else.
Yeah.
You was gonna get kidnapped
No,
if you got too far.
but-
Your ancestors was
They
like,
were
nah.
like, oh, look at the cute little
Sit your
baby.
ass
Come
down.
here.
As soon as I got happy to be in that water, this wave hit my dad, and it set me back on the beach. I haven't been in a natural body of water since.
Oh, that's crazy.
No. I don't. You don't gotta warn me but once. It's fine. I'm cool. I'll be okay.
Listen, I've lost a couple of little trinkets. Luckily, they weren't of significant value, but I've lost stuff in that water. So when I go in, I take all my gold off. I take my wedding ring off because, shiny objects. It's just like, I'm not willing to risk it.
I'm not even gonna get my toes wet. I'm cool. That's all they needed to tell me was I was not welcome. No, I will go and look at the beach, but I'm not.
Listen, I don't blame you. Some people, but you know what? I would definitely look into it because while you heed it as a warning, don't forget we have some very powerful water spirits that are not bad spirits. And I just think you was a little too attracted to that. You know, babies don't got veils, and you was about to fuck around and find out in a swim diaper, and it spit you right back out. So I would literally get some divination on that and like really pray on it and talk to your ancestors because I don't think that you should be scared.
Oh no, I'm not scared. How can I put it?
Cautious.
Yeah. I'm like,
you're aware of it.
Like I said, I've had my moments where I didn't listen when something was trying to tell me something, and I FAFO'd, and I don't want no smoke with that anymore. So I listen.
No, yeah, I feel it. I feel it. I feel the most free in the ocean. I've been in several different seas, and the only beach that I was just like, this is so ghetto, is Santa Monica and Venice. Sorry, California.
Yeah. La Jolla is nice though.
Yeah.
La Jolla is nice. Go to that one.
I heard of that one. I've never been.
The ocean that terrified me the most was in Aruba, right?
Oh,
we went to go walk down these steps in Aruba so we could go.
My ancestors.
You're shaking your head so hard right now.
I'm still traumatized. Okay,
listen, we walked down these steps. There was so many fish at the bottom of these steps. I was like, child.
No, they tricked me. They tricked me. Yes.
I'm cool.
Yeah. No. Right. I'd have been like, okay, sweetie, I think it's time for us to go home.
Yeah, because this is the thing, like, and I see a lot of people, and I'm going to let you go ahead and disconnect just because I'm not sure if we have callers or not, but I appreciate you calling.
Yes, thank you for calling back. No, you're good.
You're good. We have another.
Just stay safe from the water, please.
Yes, please stay safe.
Oh, don't worry, I will, and I have.
So you don't got to worry about me.
He's like, you ain't got to tell me twice. You ain't even got to finish a sentence. I'll listen. But thank you so much.
Thank you.
This happened back in '87. Yeah. So good night, you guys. And I will be calling back in, and I will be getting a reading from the oracles, and just know you will be knowing about it. Have a good night, you guys.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
Have a good night.
So they scammed me. First of all, they almost made me lose an eye. Thank you so much to whoever that was.
That was Katrina on the Calls from Beyond. $5 says, love you all. Thanks for everything you do. Appreciate you, Katrina, for that.
Thank you, Katrina. Thank you.
And before we get into our next call, first super chatter, shout out to you. A lot of people are like talking about ancestry in the water and how some people are scared. My grandmother is terrified of water. My grandmother is terrified.
What is that? Epigenetics? Or
it comes from feeling anxious on our way here. So it doesn't surprise us. Like a lot of African Americans cannot swim. It is not. We're not coded in that because of just always having this fear of water. Like the last time we were on water in long voyages,
it was not a good time.
It was not a good time. We did not have a time. A time was not had. But I can honestly say, like, through understanding what our ancestors went through and the spirits that got us here, like, there's a lot of African traditional religion children's books that explain, like, in layman's terms, and I had to read them when I first started out my journey to understand that spirit never left us. Spirit traveled with us. Yemaya, Mommy Watson, they got us here. So, for the people that, you know, it's like our ancestors, I get it because my grandma, she told me today or a couple days ago, she want to go on a cruise. I must have looked at her like, are you okay? What do you mean want to go on a cruise?
Woman that's scared of water.
Scared of water, scared of boats, like, but she's
But
like,
you're the cruise queen, I would say.
Cruise queen, because any energy that I feel, whether it be fear, doubt, I just try to transmute it.
Yeah, you got to harness that.
Yeah, and
harness it into winnings.
Like, why be afraid of it? You know what I mean?
Well, no, because I definitely got out that water in a.
She said, "Don't get into it."
No. I'm not talking about that, but I'm just talking about being afraid of water in general. Like, I get in the ocean. It's just in Aruba, I really wasn't feeling.
No, and I have it is an irrational fear of seeing fish. Feeling fish because, and I was trying, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself and beat myself up because I was trying to transmute that energy and face my fear of snorkeling. So
I get that though, because I snorkeled the last time I went on a cruise, and it was
too real.
That's when I realized I had like submechanophobia because of the stuff I'd see.
too
I was like,
real.
oh my God.
Yeah, so basically it was a bad omen to start off. I got there and they gave me snorkel gear and it was in a tub of disinfectant and the disinfectant got in my eye and I couldn't see and he didn't even give a shit. I was about to like for real. It was bad. I had to go to the like little first aid place. Then I came back. Finally, my eye stopped feeling like it was gonna fall out and it tricked me. You stand on the stairs and you just go free snorkeling. I'm like, oh, this is nice. Ain't no real fish over here. Okay, I'm about to murder it. Until I got under.
And there was a million fish right there.
And they were so beautiful, but I must have jumped out that water and said, you know what? I conquered that fear. I did that. I knew I didn't do shit. I didn't do nothing.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't making it up the steps.
I
walked down to almost the bottom step, I look. I say, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm finna go to this bar and get
Franny,
something
I
to
see
drink.
you trying to get one out of me right now. So when I used to have the Bizarre Junkies and we go live every day, talked about submechanophobia and I talked about a animatronic whale in Massachusetts. And so my audience being the funny people, they're like, oh, Austin's just scared of whales. So now they would spam whale emojis in my chat and try to like get me.
so
So now
they're
Franny's spamming whales.
Yeah, he just
they're
spammed whales.
accusing you of being Khloe Kardashian. Did you know that Khloe Kardashian has a fear of whales and her daughter True draws them everywhere?
Draws them around
Puts them
the house.
Oh God, George, who we got next? Save us from whales, please.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes. We watched whales that were beached.
Oh, that would they
to
like
clean
blew
them
it
up.
up, and then chunks were like. While we're waiting for this next call, there's a notorious one I think in California where there's a beached whale and they blew it up, but they didn't do it right, and so chunks were like smashing cars. And this guy's like, "Yeah, I got this brand new car and I drove it here and it got smashed." And the guy at the dealership said it was a whale of a deal, and then it got crushed by a chunk of whale.
He did a dad joke. He made it funny.
It's like, I'm going to sell a lot of cars with this one right here. Next caller, 0980.
Also, our thoughts are with anybody in LA right now. I know you guys got a lot of scary stuff going on with
going on in LA?
There's the
Like
Palisades fires right now.
Oh my god.
That's why when you had that interview just now.
Oh, and she predicted that there would be a lot of.
Yeah, this has been going on for a couple hours now
Oh my gosh.
in Palisades.
Shout out to my LA people. Please stay safe.
Stay safe.
I
Please
have a big
evacuate if they tell you
following
to.
in LA. Please, please, please stay safe.
Caller, last four digits, 0980. Star
Now they're doing it in your chat.
Caller, you're in the room.
Yes, here I am. Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm back. I've talked to you before.
Yes.
This is a story about, I think I was 7. I'm the old girl.
Seasoned.
But anyway.
Not old.
Right. We
Season.
don't say old, we say season.
Okay, so I was brought up by my grandparents, who were born in 1906 and 1910. We lived in a house. This house was haunted on a different level of, oh my God, I'm crying. So I was in the bedroom. My grandfather used to practice Egyptian magic.
Ooh.
He was one of those Mason guys. And my grandmother was Eastern Star. So that kind of gives you a base on what's going on. But anyway, I used to, they used to make me go to bed, and I would see demons dancing on the ceiling in the corners.
Yeah, see.
And I would cry and I would cry. Oh my God.
Poor baby.
Because they had they had opened so many doors, but they never shut them. So then we would have this man that had died in the house. He had emphysema. So you would hear him walking up and down the halls. You know, back when the old people used to put the plastic runners in the hallways?
Yes. Yep.
You would hear him dragging his feet and wheeze, and he couldn't breathe.
Oh.
Then there was another woman, a little short woman. She would climb up in the bed with you. And
Not a
so my
slumber
grandmother
party.
started to tell me.
Not a slumber party.
My grandmother used to tell me. My grandmother used to tell me there are people that see, there are people that hear. Some people's veils are a little more thinner than others if
Yes,
they
ma'am.
have one at all. So she told me, Pam, turn on the lights. This will help. Do you know I've slept with the lights on for 60 years?
Wow.
And my And my husband said, and I explained to him all of what was going on. 60 years, I have not turned off my bedroom light.
You know what?
I keep a supply of light bulbs.
Hell yeah. We gonna run
I'm
with
proud.
it, 'cause
I'm proud of your husband. Just like I'm proud of
33
myself
years,
because
I have
to
not
sleep with.
slept.
Unfortunately, I have to sleep with a light on every night because of her.
Okay,
11 years?
Let me
11?
just say this. I was a pitch black sleeper until sleep paralysis started happening to me when I was 12.
I would sleep during the day only then.
Yeah, and it was bad. It wasn't just like, oh, I see a shadow figure. Like, no, a demonic looking shadow literally breakdancing 2 inches away from my face. It terrified me. So I said, okay, whatever man I get is just going to have to accept that I'm a scaredy cat and I'm sleeping with this TV or this bathroom light on or this closet light. And look.
Yes, it's got to be a light.
Yes, always.
Face says it all.
He's so tired of me. He's so sick of my shit. I don't care.
Hold on, I know she's talking about the light, but I just wanted to elaborate on the clear plastic runner. Hey, the worst part used to be when the runner flip over.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
On the runner?
Yeah.
See, this is for all my
that's how I know
Hispanic
they had
and
like
black.
long.
I know you young. Because listen, it used to be a plastic runner, and on the back side, it had these sharp ass little things that stick into the carpet, so that it sticks to the carpet.
Yeah.
Like the wood piece and it has the metal.
No, it's not wood. I'm talking about the whole mat. It's plastic and the whole bottom side.
Let me tell you how painful this shit was. Me and my brother, who I haven't, Cameron, we one time played Fear Factor and flipped it over and put the pillows and was like, because I'm a 2000 kid.
That's insane.
And we flipped it over and put our grandma's couch pillow and was like, you better not fall because it hurt so bad. Oh my gosh.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, old school.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
The runners.
Yeah, I've seen these.
Runners.
And it always used to be that, and you not looking, and you step on that one piece that's flipped over on accident.
Oh my God! In the middle of the night, it will piss you off.
Oh yeah. My grandmother, the one that I had the sleep paralysis thing, that had these at her.
Oh my God, that just brought back some bad.
Should we buy some?
Okay.
No, should we get some for in here?
People buy mats like these now to like lay on them. They're
acupuncture.
Sensory acupuncture. No,
That's
it's wild.
crazy.
It's wild. The plastic runners we
Almost
thought
like
went away
walking on Legos.
are now worth hundreds of dollars.
It's like walking on Legos. No. It would piss me off so bad. You ever bite your lip or stub your toe and you get so mad? That's the feeling.
You like shadow box in the air for a couple motherfucker.
Yes.
But what did they used to put in that plastic? Because that plastic never used to turn yellow.
Probably mercury.
Now plastic turned yellow so quick. That plastic was clear forever.
Oh my God.
Your grandma would have it for 40 years and it still be clear.
Pristine.
I watched it.
No, you know your grandma scrubbed it.
That shit.
No, it probably was scrubbed.
Yeah, your grandma scrubbed it. Our grandmas were built
unlocked.
different.
I mean, we come from the age where our grandma kept plastic on the couch. First of all,
I grew up with that too.
I'm still wondering why. Like, and it wasn't
Kill yourself off the couch.
Oh my gosh!
In sections.
And then they older, so they don't turn on the AC in the summertime. So you just sitting there musty and stuck, just hot.
You have to get peeled off the couch.
You buy your own furniture if you want to make those type of decisions.
In the summertime.
Man, it's so bad.
Who
said runner cleats? Did you show runner cleats?
Maybe I
said runner cleats. But listen. That energy that was in your grandparents' house, I know that energy, and I didn't even at this point have not opened intentionally. Okay, I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning of my spiritual journey. Opened up a couple portals. We're not going to talk about it, but
no, it's been there, done that.
I mean, you kind of it comes with the territory. If you have never accidentally did something in a spiritual journey that you had to like fuck around and find out, it doesn't surprise me. But
it happened to me on the show.
You ain't you not there yet, baby. You ain't been through the dark parts of the spiritual journey, but
so how come I hit it so early then?
People take you with them.
You ain't did a spiritual journey yet.
But I had that thing follow me through 3
different and found out.
No, but listen, Austin.
I also fuck around and found out.
They take you with them. That's terrible.
Yes, and that's where I drew the line, especially whenever I was learning about spiritual things. I fully expected the dark before the light because it's duality in everything, but I prepared myself and I still messed up.
But what Austin not thinking about is he used to do a show called Spirits with Spirits. she used to have slumber parties with spirits. That's a
Yeah.
whole different conversation.
I'm just sharing a cocktail. You're sharing it.
Listen, she was breakdancing with him. Like, oh man, that
Listen,
is
she used to have to
scary.
share the bed with him. Like, oh, I guess I'll move. Do
Man.
you want your own pillow, or are you going to share the pillow with me?
At this point, we could just don't scare me. Don't say nothing. You can lay next to me.
You face that way, I'll face this way.
You know how terrified I got to be to feel something get in your bed. But thank you so much.
Yes,
for
thank you for
sharing.
calling in.
Thank you.
So, is there a call? 'Cause I found okay. So today I was recording a TikTok, right?
Yes.
Tack.
Was minding my business, and it was dead silence. The neighbors' kids.
Why do we got to keep revisiting this?
We're gonna revisit the old one too. So the reason why I can tell y'all about ghosts so well, and even though they scare me sometimes, is because I promise you, I don't go looking for the dead unless they're my ancestors. The dead come and find me. All right. So I was recording a TikTok, and I just gotten off the phone with my friend, and she's always telling me like, you have so many spirits in your house, because she's like a medium, and when we FaceTime, she sees them. And so I recorded a 1-minute TikTok, and don't you just hate it whenever you watch your TikTok back and you clearly hear somebody walking and shuffling in your house clear as day, but nobody is home but you?
I haven't had that happen to me, but I'm pretty sure I'd hate that too.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, I was being sarcastic.
Oh,
like,
rhetorical.
why does this
Rhetorical
happen
question.
to me all the time? So today, like I said, I posted it, but I put music over it, and I'm going to post it tomorrow. And then I also, it reminded me of the time where I got the little boy laughing in my video at 3 o'clock in the morning when everybody was asleep, and it scared the shit out of me. And since we don't have any calls, maybe we can play them. Can I airdrop them to you guys?
I would say probably the
I mean,
email.
it's probably deep in the TikTok, huh?
On a computer, it's easier.
Okay.
It's easier. I just tagged someone in it. I tagged my friend because I
If you
was
could
like,
message it to whatever account I'm on.
I think
That would
it's
be the
mine. I
easiest
think
way.
it's truly bizarre.
because hold on, y'all.
Or yeah,
Because
George
I was
login.
just like, I can't keep doing this. I don't be doing nothing to nobody, but
But they still be
minding
in your
my
videos.
business, and that's it. Oh wait,
I think I'm misunderstood.
just 1 second, guys. But I wanted to share this with you. My friend, I immediately called her back, like, what?
Guess what?
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, it's just your ancestors." I'm tired, y'all. And Ancestor wasn't even supposed to be in the laundry room. I noticed that my motion sensor light kept coming on and off, but nobody was walking towards it. He's asleep. The neighbors upstairs, their kids are gone. My kids are at school. It's dead silent.
I'm
in the
literally
house.
taking my nap, and my dogs are locked in their cage.
Yeah.
So there's no movement other than air.
I'm really sick and tired of being sick and tired. But I'm happy they know that they're there. But now, okay, so hold on. I'm going to, oh, wait, no, I didn't post it. Y'all just stand by.
Is it one of the ones she posted today? You posted it today?
More.
More,
It is
more,
one,
more.
like one of the, I'm going to have to airdrop the one I posted today. But I want you guys to hear the spirit from
She
a year and a half
beautiful.
ago.
Whoever,
Ain't she just,
whoever he looking at on his computer, sheesh.
Just,
I wonder if she got a man.
nope.
I heard he's like Jay-Z.
Mr. Fresh. Wait. Oh, hold on, bro. Taken. Unfortunate.
Down. I mean, I was still in Utah when this happened. So,
Oh, okay.
scrolling.
So we talking more than a year ago.
Scrolling on a river. Getting close enough.
Whoa.
This is whenever I was, stop right there.
Here?
Where I looked distraught over one more. Over, the other way.
This way?
George went like in a
That
completely
one.
different
This one?
direction.
Wait,
Red?
no.
What-
No,
what
the
color
one
you
with
got
the
on?
bonnet on.
one. This one.
Girl, the bonnet.
No.
Yeah, that one.
Got it.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, that's it.
This one?
I think so. Play it first. Just us. Oh, yeah, I was distraught.
There's no just us.
Oh yeah, I can see your face from here, and I'm like,
Yo, I was replying to this comment, minding my black ass business. You should stress me out. Like, I left my area. I had to cleanse it and cleanse myself because the last video that I made, it had a lot of like spirit children. And in the middle of me talking, in the beginning of this video, you hear like little laughing like from
Turn
a
it up.
child.
Turn y'all
But then it got
volumes up.
loud as hell in the middle of this video. Please tell me I'm not crazy and y'all hear what I hear. Just watch. Okay, so I get this question a lot on my videos about plantation. If spirit is upset with a certain demographic of people or if it's everybody, I am here to tell you that it only seems like a certain demographic of people who get the Mario coins slapped out of them or experience something violent. Tips for going to a plantation if you are African American. Bring offerings. It can be something simple. I've already made a video on it. Cover your head.
Girl, what in the
serious.
fuck was that?
Cover your motherfucking head.
You heard it again too.
Realize that a lot of us do
Rewind
not
that. Run that
visit
shit
these
back.
spaces.
I got you.
So if you are
Run that back,
touched,
Turbo.
I think I
if
got
you
some sage in my backpack. Let me.
Yeah,
bring
did you see her
offerings.
face?
It can be something
Yes, I
simple.
saw
I've
your
already made
face.
a video on it.
Yours.
Cover your head. I'm serious. Cover your motherfucking head.
You heard it again?
Yep.
Realize that a lot of us do not visit these spaces. So if you are touched, if you are nudged, or if you feel
But
energy,
the
it's
louder
only
laugh
because they're
is
excited to
further
see
back.
us. Walk out there. Who get
Yeah,
the
it was
Mario
at the
Where it
coins
say
slapped out of them
volume up, there it goes.
or experience something violent. Tips for going to a plantation if you are African American. Bring offerings. It can be something simple. I've already
Yeah,
made
that
a
one.
video.
There was no children. When I tell y'all, I almost packed my whole house up and left, like legitimately moved.
This was in Utah?
This was
Now
in
keep in
Utah.
mind,
Okay, so this didn't just happen.
we was in Salt Lake City. So whatever entity was in there, more than likely it wasn't African American.
So this is the thing. This is the thing that really like messed me up is that like a couple of nights before that, I had a dream, and it wasn't a dream. I was astral projection. I was in my room, soft yellow light, and I see a man in all white, like cross-legged, sitting in the corner of my room, and my room looks the same, but it's empty. And he's trying to tell me something, but he has this heavy Caribbean accent. And I'm like, I can't understand. But in my bedroom, where like next door where I was recording, it was these little two Hispanic boys running throughout my house, like playing tag. I was like, what the hell? But after this, I tried to search so hard, and these are not old apartments.
Right.
You know, so I'm like, did someone like pass here? Did something happen to some kids? Because that is a child.
Yeah.
My kids were dead asleep. This was like 3:00 in the morning, which probably wasn't the best time.
Well, it wouldn't have been able to come through that clear. Like even if they like, you'd have to be in the room.
I was.
Yeah, like if your kids were there, they'd have to be like right next to you.
No, but peep game. Whenever she used to record, like this is when we was living in Utah. So I was working in Park City. So like I was working all the way up in the mountain. It would take me like an hour and a half to get back down to Salt Lake. So like she would literally be at the crib, just her and the kids. Kids already sleep because they got school the next day. It's
so
taking me
scary.
an hour and a half to get home because I work in a ski resort and I got to drive down the
thank
mountain.
God you was home that day. I ran out of that room because you know you edit. And
Yeah,
I
and
was
you're like, oh, hold on.
And so I put on a pair of headphones, and I'm like, am I? I know I'm not. Maybe I'm just tired. And so I heard, I must have threw the head.
Mari just said, I would have said what was funny.
Right.
Right. And, but
when was this video? What date was it?
I don't
This
even know.
is, July 28th, 2023.
Oh, wow. That wasn't, wait, did I repost that? Oh, no. That was right before we came back. Like a month before.
I was definitely home because I had already started dialysis, so I had quit my job.
Yeah. And this other one, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you, but you can clearly hear someone moving around.
I think.
Yeah, the fact that only has 50,000 plays.
Repost it.
That's what I'm gonna do because I ain't have that many. I didn't have that many followers. Like when I tell y'all I blew up overnight on TikTok and YouTube, like I didn't have that many.
Do you have the audio from the one for today?
George, can you copy that link? Yeah. Can you cobalt that?
Scared these shit out of me.
I'm posting that to your YouTube tonight. I'm posting that.
And y'all could tell my face. I was like,
I could see your face.
The verge of tears. Like, I know. And it was like, and Mari said what was funny, but I had made a funny right before you heard the because I said getting slapped the Mario coins out of you. And it was like they understood, but it was just delayed. Like, man, I don't even know.
But the fact that she said getting the Mario coin slapped out of you and it was a childlike laugh, it's like
I don't think
a grown up wouldn't have been like, ho, 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 ho,
Yeah,
over
no.
getting a Mario coin slapped out
I mean,
of
I would. I would have laughed at that.
I mean,
It's like, oh, she made it funny. This alive human is funny. But I never experienced anything. Well, no, I can't say that. That's where my story where I had to square up with the D word and I snatched that closet door open because it was in the closet when I woke up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's where that came from. So, or that was the house. So.
Terrifying.
And today,
the ghost with the Michael Jackson giggle was diabolical.
And that was what was messing me up too. I was like, after I calmed down, I listened to the audio in the daytime the next day. Because when I say I was done with the phone, I was like, this is kind of Michael Jackson coded. So I couldn't really take it. I was like, Mike, is that you? I couldn't take it serious. But I guess I don't have a way to really send the other one, but you can clearly tell somebody walking on the side of me in the video today. You can't hear it. I was on FaceTime with my friend and she was just like, there is an old man standing next to you dressed in like a really sharp suit. And he's like, he's your grandfather. And he said, now remember what the reading was today, guys, that was in the room. And he said, this is your year. You need to focus. You need to like be on your P's and Q's. You're going to do really well this year. I wish you was in this live. Mel, this is the first time you're not here, but I've been told that 3 times in the last week. Like, this is your year. So
It's
got to mean something.
Follow
everybody ain't lying. But let's get into this caller. I'm going to find a way for us to get the video over to them while we listen to this call. What's the last 4?
Last 4 digits of this caller is 0044. 0044.
Christy Turner said that video crashed her YouTube.
I just had to put somebody in timeout for 86,000 seconds.
Wait.
Caller.
Oh, I think I know who.
You're in the room.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay. So I decided to call just since we were talking about hauntings and ghosts, to talk about how I basically grew up in a haunted house, or I don't even know if the house was haunted or if my family's haunted, because I swear me and both my parents have abilities. But the earliest memory I have is seeing like my dead grandmother, and she died when I was 1, so I didn't remember what she looked like. But when I saw a picture of her a few years later, my mom was like, "That's my mom." And so I saw her, and she was staring at me, and I was staring at her, and I turned away to look away from her because I was like, I see this lady who's see-through, and she's scary. And she walked into my parents' room, and when they came home the same night, about an hour later, my dad called me in the room and asked if I had gone in there, and I said no. And he said that someone had gone in there and unplugged all of the electronics in the room. And also, I used to wake up in the middle of the night all the time, telling my parents that people would be talking to me constantly, and I could not sleep. I never slept as a child. And one night my mom said she was sleeping in the bed with me, and she woke up in the middle of the night to someone breathing on her. And she said it scared the shit out of her. She called my dad in the room, and when he went in the room, he was like, "What's wrong?" And she said, "Nothing. It's just my imagination." And she said the minute my dad walked out the room, she heard people laughing at her, like multiple people laughing. And yeah, and I don't know. I feel like it was all tied to my room too. And another time we weren't home, and my dad said he went to the bathroom, and when he came back from the bathroom, my TV in my room was turned on, and the VCR was playing The Lion King, and he knew that The Lion King wasn't in the VCR before, and that my TV wasn't on. I remember when we came home that night, he was like smoking a cigarette, and his hands were shaking, and he was sitting on the front porch. And I used to see a skeleton lady in a rocking chair in my room sometimes, and I would just like try to block it out. And I don't know, it was just a bunch of crazy stuff. Oh, one time someone like was talking and whispering in my ear, and then they touched my hair behind my ear, and I jumped up out my room. I did not go to sleep that night. And
we had a lot of negative stuff happening in the house too, and stuff moving and shattering on its own. So we had to bless the house consistently for a good 3-4 months before the activity died down. Sometimes we used to smell sulfur in the house. I'm the one who can predict deaths and who saw the shapeshifter. So stuff like this been following me my whole life. And even to this day, my mom says that sometimes she'll hear someone call for her and it'll be in my voice, but she knows I don't live there anymore. One time my mom saw a mimic in the house. It looked like my dad, and it walked in the bathroom and turned on the light and shut the door, but she knew it wasn't him because he wasn't home that night.
Did you live in
and
House on
even-
Haunted Hill? Like,
What the hell?
She lived in Hill House, y'all.
She lived in a haunted hotel.
This is insane.
I'm telling you, just paranormal stuff has always followed me. Even just last week when I was laying in bed, my husband had just left. And when I tell you I felt 2 feet walking on the bed like someone was walking up to me, I said, you're going to have to get the hell out of here because I'm not with it today. Like you really have to talk to them like that.
I'm wondering, though, is it just following you or is it following your lineage? Because your mom is still having experiences.
It's giving that the mama the medium and the daughter the medium too, and just don't know it and can see and sense things.
But what is it? What is attached to them directly? Where both of the places they live at, they're still experiencing these entities.
Well, things can follow you. Don't get me wrong, but I'm getting more so of that you guys are very gifted in a way that most people probably don't want to be gifted in. But whenever you enter spaces, you don't know what kind of energy you're going to pick up on. And of course, it scares us. So we automatically think, oh, this is bad. But who says it is necessarily like a bad energy? But it's given that y'all are kind of mediums or like can see, just have the sight and the senses to kind of sense the dead.
But you said even your father experienced it as well. Like you said, he was smoking a cigarette when you came home one day.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because something had turned on the TV in my room and turned on the VCR and put the Lion King in. It was like the 90s. But my dad, he's weird too because one time he had a dream that my aunt went to a cabin and she got, taken off the map by these men. And my dad told her, I had this dream. I saw this cabin. This is what it looked like. And she did meet 2 men the week before, and he perfectly matched the description of the cabin she went to and everything. And she was like, how did you know that? And he said, I saw it in a dream. And she never met up with them again. And I really think he saved her life. So, I don't know. My whole family is just weird. Like my parents.
Not weird, gifted.
Yeah.
Y'all
Weird
be
stuff
having
happens.
sometimes very much so like gifted people will draw to each other and have a gifted baby, and then y'all all just don't know what to do with the gifts. So, I mean, but I don't doubt that your house was haunted. There's no way. And there was at some point a portal open in your house, and y'all were unfortunately able to see every single entity that would come in and out of it. And something may have followed you, but I feel like sometimes we confuse the same spirits when it's not. It's a new spirit.
It was a leprechaun that followed her because it was walking on her bed last week.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I don't know. This felt tall. Like I can't even explain it, but I could see it in my mind's eye.
You felt the weight.
Tall.
Mm-hmm.
I felt the weight, but it's almost like I could see it too without seeing it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Like you can tell if it's a smaller person. Like if I were to close my eyes, I could tell if it's my 4-year-old or if it's my 15-year-old. Even if I don't see it, I can feel like the
energy
and the energy. So I get what you're saying.
No, it's very tall, very heavy. Like I could just tell it was something big. I didn't like the energy around it, so I had to kick it out. Because sometimes some energies, I'm like, okay, that's happening, but it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But man, some energy I feel, and I'm like, ooh, this making my skin crawl. I don't like this. Mm-hmm. And my mom, her abilities got even stronger after she had her stroke a few years ago. Now she sees visions, she sees stuff, and she's like, this is scary. I don't know what to do with this. And I'm like, welcome to my life. This has been my life my entire life.
Yeah, somebody said worst fear is, Kimberly said the worst fear, experience a mimic and I'm about to piss everybody off when I say this, doppelganger. If you know, you know. They was so mad at me about that. I don't
broke
care.
the internet for a solid 10 minutes.
In my home, and I live in a household of 3. No, for real, because mimics, they are just so petty. First of all, some of the ghosts in your home were very childish, and I don't appreciate that for you. They were doing things that just... Why would you unplug every
Just so they knew would scare people.
Why would you put the Lion King on?
Lion King on? Like, you know, so... But thank you for sharing your experience.
Yes.
I really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Yeah. All right. Bye.
Have a good night.
Have a good one.
Walking up on your bed, I would...
Unplugging all my electronics. I'm swinging, and I'm using sage as the weapon. Like, I promise, I couldn't. And poor people, because I know sometimes these hauntings are old and they were there before you, and you didn't do nothing but move into the house, and now you stuck in a house you either bought or that you are bound by a lease and you can't even move. And then if you are blessed enough to move, you take the damn thing with you on accident. Oh, man, cold world.
I wonder, though, when people go and they rent these places or buy these places, like, do they really take a time to understand the energy prior to moving in? Like, do they take the time to diagnose what's going on in their home before they decide to move forward?
Do you? Nope, you don't.
But I'm not spiritually sensitive, so I wouldn't pay attention to energy.
She don't know. She doesn't know if she's spiritually sensitive.
It sounds like it's a new thing.
Yeah, I'm
or a new
literally
thing she's coming on to.
Right, like it's just like an epiphany. I just said it. She's like, my house is on. I'm like, it sounds like you may be sensitive. So if you don't know that you're sensitive, and you walk in, like, for instance, when we moved into that haunted ass house in North Las Vegas, I was so excited. I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. 5 bedrooms, 2 living rooms.
You literally just, like, the intro to Amityville Horror.
It was
this is a great house.
I mean,
Get out.
It wasn't mad cheap, though. That's the only difference.
But it was nice.
It's like, this 5 bedroom for $20,000. You're like, it's a steal. Then you find out.
No,
Well,
we was paying like 19.
Yeah, for the time frame, it was cheap. Now, since we over here paying 26, I didn't renew. I'm going month to month now, and I pay $2,600 now. Okay, so yeah, it was cheap. Give me $1,900. But anywho,
give me $700 like my old apartment.
Right, bro. I paid $445 for a 2-bedroom. Whenever.
When was this? The
2030s? 11. Stop moving here.
We had a. Well, it wasn't technically. It wasn't a 2. It was a 1.5.
Still better than
finish. Our ADHD is getting. It was me. Sorry, but I was hella excited. Like, and just to figure out, like, a couple of weeks later, like, the poltergeist was living in my toilet upstairs. It was terrible.
If I would have had a poltergeist in my toilet, I would have scared it out.
It was bad. Something stabbed my son in that house.
I remember that. I remember you telling me about that.
Something was trying to get my kid to stab. It was like something was so mad.
Like, probably 2 or 3 days before, one of my kids was tripping and was like threatening to stab my kid.
No, like in a daze. Like,
yeah, I remember we talked. But the first time,
well, I did it in a video too.
Yeah.
So when I say,
I was just trying to be lighthearted and say that Taco Bell night would have had that poltergeist terrified.
No, listen.
And that toilet never worked upstairs. And then when we snaked it, hired somebody, it was long black hair, like
somebody else's hair in the toilet, bro.
And we had been there for almost a year. And I just said, you know what? Fuck it, I'll move out. Fine, okay.
Like, how is somebody's hair still be in that toilet a year later?
So I always see, like, the people are like, white people are so crazy. Like, why would you stay in the house if it's? I'm like, if I put a down payment on that bitch,
man,
we're gonna figure it out.
Well, we had invested because somebody went crazy and like decorated.
Well, it's a 5-bedroom house with 2 living rooms.
So we had 2 living rooms. So like we had like the adult only living room with like green suede furniture everywhere with the gold
with
fixtures.
plastic on it.
No, they didn't. Oh, okay.
George is the video. We'll
get to the video, but just know that I felt like one of those happy palm colored people. I came in with the box and I breathed in real deep, like it's gonna be a new beginning.
Yeah.
This house.
It was like
Every
the beginning
horror
of a
movie.
horror movie.
Every horror movie.
Facts.
Oh, honey, we made it. And then
By the
at the end,
end, I swear
Man.
to God, by the end of the lease, I was like this. I'm done.
just smoking. And then
No,
like
she had a cigarette taped to the end of another cigarette. It was like smoking them
the end
together.
of it is
right?
like all those like where you find out like she actually killed the entire family. She was
Right.
possessed. It's like, doof, tell me
Right.
everything.
And
you're
yeah,
like,
and then
started the day we moved in.
I guess you're wondering how we end up here.
Yeah,
Then
it
the
all
worst
started.
part, the ending credits is me going to go turn the keys into the landlord, the realty company, and I'm like, hey, so did anybody ever tell you about the house on Ponderosa?
And then they wink at you, and then it cuts the credits.
Yeah,
Bang,
no,
bang,
not
bang.
even. He smirked at me and said, "Why? What's wrong with it?" There, that's the end of it. Based on a true story.
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Produced by Noah.
And then in the
Black
end
Cauldron.
credits, we had 1,000 flies in one spot on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, I remember
in the
that.
garage.
No, we're talking like human hair, like long. It wasn't. It looked like Asian hair. Asian hair,
Like The
very
Grudge?
long, like somebody cut it off bluntly.
Like The Ring?
Yes, like that. And it was just,
And it wasn't
coming
like
out the
no,
toilet.
it wasn't no thin ass piece. It was like somebody went
Just
bald.
keep going, keep going, keep. It was terrible.
No, it was.
It was
Listen,
horrible.
I hope everybody's eating right now.
Yeah.
what I
and
tell you
then
was wild.
Oh, that's so
it
gross.
was so, and then all you smelled was sulfur, and then the toilet finally worked after 10 months, and then came the flies, the fly infestation underneath the toilet.
So when
in
are we making the
garage.
movie?
When are you available?
You know what? You have my number.
I feel like
There was
could
so
make a
much
movie
wild
too.
stuff that happened in that spot. Like I bought a above ground pool for the backyard, right?
I want to know what after this. Tell me what the cross streets are. I want to know how close I am to this.
Nah, it
You
was
are
close.
You are very close.
was
We were
close.
neighbors.
No, I don't think it was as close as you were a little bit further.
That was high school for that address.
I can tell you
though.
where it was at. It was on North Fifth and
Washburn.
Washburn.
Oh yeah, so it was more north.
Like
than me.
no, like my backyard, or no, my front porch
You
was
were
literally
zoned
facing
for
the high
Cheyenne.
school.
Not
I don't know. It's
because
probably
that was
Mojave.
Canyon Springs.
yeah, Canyon
Canyon
Springs,
Springs.
Nah, it wasn't
Mojave,
Canyon.
Legacy.
It was Mojave.
Yeah.
Mojave is directly across the street from my crib.
When I
remembers
tell
that.
you that I had so many, I've never slept more terrible in that house. I've never seen more stuff and act
I'm
like
talking
I
about it's
didn't.
so much wild stuff that happened in that crib. Like, for instance, it was a 2-story. So
Right.
going upstairs, we had the one big window where it don't open up. It's just like high enough where you
It
could
just
put
shattered
a
on its
curtain, or
own.
you don't put a curtain. Like people may be able to look in, may not be able to look in. That window shattered.
Like didn't fall, just on
was just up
Christmas
there, shattered.
one year just shattered.
Glass
And
just
I
shattered.
thought maybe somebody's kid had like BB gun. We went outside. It was so close. I was sitting in the formal living room next to the door, so I ran out immediately.
like
It was
who
like
the
the-
fuck?
No, it was a double pane though. So it was like
no one.
the outside shattered, but the inside was still intact.
There was no one there.
Oh,
No one there,
there
homie.
was no one there.
Yeah, we got to make a movie. Like, this is just the tip of the iceberg. And even on like in my video, whenever I think it was Las Vegas a portal, I only touched this much of a mountain that was this big. Like, I
Yep.
was right at the tip because the story was already too long. Look out for theaters 2026.
2026.
Haunting on Ponderosa. Heights.
Haunting on Ponderosa Heights.
Filmed by Alvarez Productions LLC, produced by
wonder
Mr.
if-
Fresh.
In George Carolina.
And okay, the worst part about that
take
spot, which was worse than a haunting, was that they took the loft and converted it into a bedroom, an illegal bedroom. Because
Yeah,
it was
it was
huge. It was an
huge.
Asian owned. It was an Asian owned.
Did it
realty
have like?
company.
Did it have like the sliding door? It was like the.
no,
No.
you could tell. No, they did.
No,
Because
they-
I'm trying to think, because like
illegal
not to air out his bit,
construction.
but Franny's bedroom was like that in his
No,
house growing up.
When I tell you, like,
They put up a
it's
wall and
illegal,
everything.
it's a
But
real
it-
wall.
But listen, this is how I knew it was a converted loft, because they put the little makeshift closet in there, and then the light switch was outside the closet.
Oh, so you could just
But
fuck.
Yeah,
but listen, it was this much space between the closet and the wall. So the
Okay,
closet,
yeah, so they added it after
So
the fact.
and that was the biggest room in the house. So I just made it into
We
a
just
bigger
made it into the office
and
and-
spirit room.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we had like our double shaped L desk in there. You know, we was getting busy in that. We made a lot of money in that house.
Yeah, it was nice, but then
From
it
doing what?
wasn't. Credit repair.
We was doing credit repair. We was
repair,
doing
BPO
I was
services.
doing business taxes at the time.
Nothing
Like,
illegal, so stop messaging people
Listen,
about
we
that.
weren't selling drugs out of the office. Most people don't
Out
get
of the
computers.
office, the garage. Come on.
Yeah,
It was the
it's off the
garage.
backyard,
we were-
handed over the wall.
We come from finance and the
We come
credit
from the financial
industry.
sector.
Yeah, I worked for Barclaycard for years.
How do I get one? I
And
don't
the
know.
fraud. I was a internal or no.
Damn.
Fraud
So,
didn't get.
so you must have had a field day watching them chase.
It was
get
the
caught.
fraud department.
That's
I
how
was a fraud
we met,
investigator.
because I came up on her desk as a profile because I used to be a scammer in my past life. And
Why
she was
is
like,
you
"I'm
lying
joking.
for they
I'm
stitched
joking."
this and we be back
Oh,
on the
wow.
She actually
shade.
Another
investigated me
great
for
story.
6 months, and I seduced her, and she fell in love with me.
No,
Yeah,
I
seduced her,
I
she fell in love with
literally,
me.
I would get cussed out all day because big fancy black card holders, we would decline their shit.
Like,
It looks
sir,
like
I know
it's
this is for the
fraud.
mistress.
No, well,
That's why
yeah.
we
Oh
decline.
my God!
No.
Don't remind me. I still have
listen.
nightmares
Let me tell you what
about
they used to
that.
do.
What was
right?
what was the site that got like outed?
Ashley Madison.
Oh my God!
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell
We
you
had a whole
about.
meeting
Hold on, let me tell
about
you about
that
the biggest
shit.
scam that people used to do with her. So they used to take their credit card, have like a $20,000-$30,000 balance on it,
It
right?
wasn't a scam.
It's
was
not.
blue
Technically, it's not a
collar.
scam, but it's really smart, right? So they would take their credit card, $30,000 credit card. They would go buy a car with it, slide their card, buy the car.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy the car with the credit card, you get the title. You owe the credit card company. You don't owe the finance
the car's
company.
in your name.
So the car is in your name, and then they file for bankruptcy on that day.
Yep.
The one I've seen is people will buy a vacation and then they'll try to
Yeah.
go like, oh, I didn't make that purchase.
Well, think
Yes.
about it. The bankruptcy.
Hold
the
on,
bankruptcy's
Erica.
only-
Yes, please send. If you guys have anything you want us to look at, go to your email and email us at callsfrombeyond@gmail.com.
Yes.
Please, we would love to see it. But yeah,
That was the biggest scam,
I
but it
mean-
really was smart. It's smart because it's like
yeah,
a bankruptcy
it
is $1,200.
But they stopped letting people do that.
Car payment is
A bankruptcy is $1,200, but how long you be paying on that car?
It was
note?
like 5-year terms.
So you
I mean,
figure you
I
get a
didn't see all
$30,000
kind of
car
fraud.
for $1,200.
All types of fraud.
I'm trying to get like you, my boy.
Spiritual. I didn't see people get robbed, and then we
Old
just give it
ladies.
back.
What do you mean? They said
They're
they
not. Listen, I
They
would have
needed 20,000.
Yeah, and we would give them their money back. It's insured.
And then you
by
get the scammers
FDIC.
who go and buy a Gucci bag and be like, that wasn't me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you just.
Oh, we would do
I
an
need that.
investigation. We would always pull up camera. Anyway, let's watch this video.
up cameras.
Listen, we
Oh, I'm
would.
sorry. This you?
Okay, this is me, and I made this TikTok, and I took the this is just without the audio because I was editing it, and I nearly jumped out of my skin because, first of all, I'm home alone. He's asleep. The dogs are in the cage. It's dead ass silence. Like you can even tell I'm not talking loud. Y'all know I got a big mouth. I'm not talking loud because it's quiet. I don't need to. But midway, and you can kind of skip over. It's only 1 minute, I think, in a couple seconds, and it's me telling y'all to teach y'all kids to be kind, so my kid don't have to teach them.
Yep.
Okay.
And though I
So I think it's right here. But just listen. There's nobody up. I'm sitting on the couch in pajamas, y'all.
have enough sense as a 33-year-old woman to know that 12-year-olds will be 12-year-olds. My 12-year-old does not understand that these bullies are also 12 years old. Those are her peers. She do not care. Because I fear that my daughter cried at my altar, her altar, over this online bullying she's been experiencing. And we all know whenever you cry at your altar.
Hold on.
I
Go
heard
back.
My altar cried
Go back.
at
Okay.
my altar, her altar, over this online bullying she's been experiencing. And we all know whenever you cry at your altar, the ancestors is counting tears. And while ancestors are at
I'm
Oh,
gonna go
I
back.
gave you the wrong one.
her altar,
No, I hear it.
No, I gave you the
No,
wrong
you
one.
gave
This
him the
is
one
not
with the
supposed
music.
to.
my altar.
Yes.
her altar.
We need the unmusic one.
No, because that shit was so loud. I jumped and I was like,
That's why I'm like,
Can I
why-
tell you what it sounds like now that I've been to your place? It sounds like, because I know where you're sitting on the couch, right? It sounds like they're walking from your office to that other
yes,
hallway, like across
but
the kitchen.
It's so loud. Oh, I messed up. Let me just send you the one. But it was like, I was so afraid. You know how you hear something and I got one AirPod in trying to edit and not wake him up. And I just stood still. I was like,
Hold that thought. They said your cheekbones are slaying in that, though, by the way.
thank you.
Hold on, I just want to address Hedge Witch real quick. We didn't say, nobody said anything about PPP loans, ma'am.
Oh, wait a goddamn minute.
Whoever you are, I don't know if you're a ma'am or a sir, but
Oh, wait. Where she see PPP? Who got a PPP loan? I'm trying to
not
get
the
one. They still
PPP
do
loans.
them?
Laugh out loud.
No.
No, we said we were doing loans.
No.
We said we were doing. We didn't
I had a
say
credit
nothing
repair
about loans.
company. I had a BPO, business processing outsource business, and I took it to the Philippines. I worked for a Barclay card for a long time.
We used to provide assistance
shit off
for other
credit.
companies. Like we used to outsource assistance to companies for a living.
Yeah, pretty much.
We had our
Y'all
hands,
thinking they're not professional?
No, we had our hands on a lot of pots.
That's because I'm ghetto and I'm
don't
loud.
don't let the tattoo on my hand fool you guys. Like we get to the bag.
Yeah. No PPP this time.
This time.
I wish I had a PPP.
I legit okay, so who qualified? It was businesses that had employees, correct?
Yes.
Let me not put my business.
No, I know what the scam is.
Ain't no scamming. I had 34.
No. You weren't scamming, but I've seen the scam.
Yes, no.
And they're like, "What you mean? I gotta go to
like,
prison."
Wait a minute. Don't be saying I'm scamming. So I had
You had
46 employees. And it was rough.
Yeah.
I just started the second sector of my business, and it was rough. It was rough.
We qualify
Let me make
for.
sure this the right damn
We qualify for PPPs, but we
But
Yeah.
they was doing a lot.
it was doing too much.
Oh yeah. This is the sorry.
People was
George.
buying zebras with their PPPs.
I know.
I bought an elephant in this motherfucker.
Right.
What do you mean the IRS audited me?
Oh man, listen. And it was the SBA that I think I don't see you. You couldn't even tell me. PPP who? We talking about THBC.
I'm sorry. What was the process again? No, I'm just kidding.
All I'm just saying is no. But in all actuality, my house is not. I don't think my house is haunted, y'all. I just feel like I got a lot of energy running.
I feel like it may be on haunted grounds though.
Anything here in Vegas is probably
Because I feel like we don't know that you got to figure before context. Our building is less than probably less than a year and a half old. Because our lease is coming up in February, and I think it was built for like 4 months before we moved in. So literally, like when we moved into our spot, we were the first people to flip on the light switches. We were the first people who.
Oh, it was nice.
You know what I mean?
I had that box again, Austin. This is gonna be a new beginning for us.
And now look at
the box again.
Yeah.
I was moving in like the beginning of. You ain't even paying me no mind. The beginning of a scary movie. Whenever they move into that new house, it's a new beginning. But
look at the floorboards.
Yes.
Wow.
We're gonna have to do
This is gonna be
renovations
great.
over here.
It's gonna be great things.
Get out.
No, but in all seriousness, I really think it's my spirits. I was
gonna say, I think it's your ancestors just being like, "What's in the
doing a lot,
fridge?"
y'all. No, on me. They're a little too comfortable. I have to tell them at night because I can hear that. Like, and it'll be whenever I'm dozing off. They're not allowed in my space. You belong in the office where your altar is, in the common areas. Get out my room. Like you can put up those type of boundaries with them because
you do it in life.
Some of us got weird ancestors.
What y'all doing in there? Sleeping. Mind your own business.
No, like seriously, whenever and I didn't even know this until like midway in my journey. Like if you had ancestors that were addicted to corn, like make sure that you put up that boundary because they were addicted to it.
Put up the parental block on the computer.
I can't like okay, I promise I'm going to send the right one.
You also got to be careful what you give your ancestors.
Oh yeah.
Like the ones that be addicted to certain substances.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, don't you say they ask for liquor all the time?
Well,
Yeah,
her brother be asking her to roll a blunt
nerves.
all the time. Like, hey, put me one out there.
Yeah, and I do.
Can I have an
do.
extendo, please?
Yeah.
And then one time, whenever
I don't smoke blunts, I smoke
joint,
whatever.
Yeah, the expensive shit. Are you buying?
So one time I put out just the bud and without wrapping it, and it was like clear as day. What I'm gonna do with this? Eat it.
What am I doing?
Go roll it up. Quit being lazy. Go roll me up. Like, I don't know
He
if we're
threw it
still.
back at you.
Yeah, he was like, I can't get jiggy with this shit.
That's so funny.
What am I doing with this 3 grams and no
Right.
paper? Like,
Swear.
Jiggy with this shit.
It's him and
That is
it's my,
such a funny line.
I can't it's him and my daddy. I told you about my dad
Yeah.
on the way in here because they came up in the reading with my astrologist friend. And I was just like, he was so raggedy. God bless my ancestor. And even in death, like for New Year's, they was like, so you gonna pour us a little liquor, right? And I was like, no, I'm not trying to be drunk all year.
You give him the apple cider.
Yeah, like again, what am I going? I put water out, and they looked at me like,
"Fuck, am I supposed to do with this?"
Right. This one doesn't have audio, right? Or
PSA for all the people out here who teach their children that bullying is acceptable. Please teach your kids to be kind. 12-year-olds. My 12-year-old does not understand that these bullies are also 12 years old. Because I fear that my daughter cried at my altar, her altar, over this online bullying she's been experiencing. And we all know whenever you cry at your altar over this online bullying she's been experiencing. Over this
if I didn't know any better, I'd be like, Mr. Fresh, what the fuck are you doing in the background? But
it sounded like somebody was just like scooting, like
Danette just did to get out the studio.
And we all
it definitely sounded like somebody was doing an electric boogie.
But on my phone, it clearly sounds like someone attempted to open or close the laundry room door and then walk away. And I had just had issue with the lights. You guys, okay, I'll have a conversation with him tonight because he looked at me and rolled his eyes so hard. I think he saw his brain.
No, it makes all the perfect sense because listen, my kids watch this, so I'm gonna say it. We always yell at our kids about making sure that our laundry room's together, and they like the laundry room. They be trying to make it the storage. Like they'll be like, oh. My parents will buy us more clothes. Let's hide.
Oh my God. And I do. It's so bad.
All right, listen. I'd rather buy my kids clothes than take them to the laundromat.
No, we have a laundry room. They won't. Half the clothes are clean, So it's
they hide clean clothes so they can get new clothes. I promise they do.
And
I promise they do.
I can honestly say, like that laundry room, our ancestors are like, okay.
One of them is in the house. They know.
No,
but
we're gonna get cussed out for even telling on them.
Our laundry room be crowded though because, like, just for context, I have a whole 5-tier shelf in my laundry room with all of my dialysis supplies on it. So like that's where I keep like my packs, my sacks, like all my big supplies.
That was a hard bar. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
packs, my sacks,
my packs, my sacks. Knickknacks.
You know where it's at.
But it's like
so it might be cluttered in there a little bit just because it like if you got 2 bags of dirty clothes plus you got all of my medical supplies plus you got that's where I keep my I buy bulk toilet paper, bulk paper towels.
Yep.
Yeah, but my kids, come on, y'all. But when I start telling them, don't worry about it. Here's your phone back. Here's this bag. They know
everything get clean. My walls get wiped down. Like, no, it's cool. Don't even worry about it.
I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just go get your phone. Take your vinyl record player back. Here's your PS5 controller. Because they know, okay, mom's... it's either it's about to be a crash out or
I ain't gonna lie. I threatened to take, like, my boys got bunk beds. I threatened to take them down the other day.
Dude, I would not know what to do if my kid told me, Dad, you're just crashing out right now.
No,
I would I would punch him in the face.
No.
It would be so hard.
These millennial kids.
You want to see crash out?
No, for real. And it's always Matt's. Mom, you're always crashing out on us.
Matt, when you said it, I was like, I know for a fact this has happened. That is so.
Max causes us to crash out.
That's so funny.
God.
And then gets mad at the crash out.
Right. I'll be like, and she's like, you're always, and then she'll come down, you're always crashing out on us. So I don't understand.
So
I'm like, I've been asking you for 46 days to do your laundry. What am I supposed to do? Right. I'm human. I'm tired of it.
At this point, hey, I'm not even gonna lie. At this point, I bought over 300 pairs of socks in the last
God,
3 months.
Remind me. I'm gonna buy stock in Hanes. Okay?
I buy 100 pack of socks.
I might be
month.
insider trading.
Yeah, man. So when I say we say all of this, I could have swore I heard. First, the light is censored. It stays on for about 30 seconds, and whenever it doesn't feel any movement, it'll turn off. It kept turning on and off, and I kept looking over my shoulder, and I'm on TikTok live with this person. But
first and foremost, who decided to put a motion sensor light in our laundry room? Like,
I mean, it keeps our electric bill low. I'm not gonna front.
It doesn't.
They're everywhere.
It doesn't because when that light comes on and nobody's walking in the hallway, then I start thinking, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. That's 40 cents a minute right there.
So
No, I'm not thinking it's 40 cents a minute.
I don't know what
I'm
they
thinking
was
what's
doing
walking
today.
in my
What's walking
hallway.
in my
They got
house?
this light on.
I don't know what it was, but it was just like this quick little scoot. It was like just a little Naruto run.
We got a caller.
I don't know.
We got a caller. We're going to make this our last one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, well.
Caller, last four
wasn't
digits.
just telling us about his laundry room business.
7380.
Y'all need to hurry it up, but he's up.
That's
I got my
ADHD
sacks,
at
my
its
packs.
finest.
I got the gat.
Hey, listen.
7380. Caller,
Hello.
you're in the room.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Hi. So this is actually your second time calling, so thanks for having
Hey.
me again.
Well, welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
So thank you. So I actually called in last time in regards to that haunted house in Southbury, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And funny enough, I actually got an update. I found the house and not in the way that I thought. So I actually had my phone in my pocket, and out of nowhere, the exact address of where that house was just popped up on my feed, and I never even searched it.
Terrifying.
And it was actually that big. Yeah, it was actually a Civil War Confederate prison. That's exactly what it was. It was Salisbury Cemetery. That's what it was. I just wanted to give an update, which I thought was kind of weird.
Thank you.
Yes, appreciate the update.
A lot of people they leave us, and I feel abandoned after I hear these stories, and they're like they're gonna update.
I'll update you. Nothing.
Right, and so shout out to the ones that always come back and be like, "Hey, about that update, here it is," because we get cliffhangers all the time, and we never get the update. So shout out to you. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you for following up.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. And also, like, actually, like the house that I'm living at now in Brooklyn, New York, is really haunted. Even to the point where I didn't have to do it 2 minutes. Like as soon as I moved in September, and both of them one sounded like my son at 4 a.m. down the stairs calling "Mama, Mama," and the night after it was like my brother literally calling like, "Hey, like hello," like he was annoyed. But I just realized that he went to the gym, like, not 25 minutes after, like, before that whole situation happened. So, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
There's my happy story.
I wonder, is it following her or is it...
When we gonna get a break? I'm like, yeah, because, and it's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
It makes me afraid, like, aggressive spirits usually, are just really, really nasty spirits, or it could also be a sign of a D word. So that makes me worried. Y'all need to cleanse. Cleanse.
I think you need to make a video about how to.
Yeah, I think so too. I've been holding back on teaching on YouTube because sometimes the YouTube community that aren't my target audience are really mean
And ungrateful.
and very just demeaning. And I did announce that I'm doing a full moon and new moon ritual.
Ooh.
In the video I just posted today. But I think I'm gonna make a video on how to cleanse because, baby, no, that's dangerous. It's getting into the danger area.
Yeah.
Well,
Pushing
so
people down the
thankfully
stairs.
we cleanse all the time, actually. Especially, I have an altar already, and I pretty much have St. Michael's as kind of like a patron. So we're pretty safe since after September, and since I've been doing prayer work and my altar work and whatnot, everything's been really
That is insane. To go from one house to another and still have the same shit.
Yeah.
It's
But
like
thank
I
you
can't
for
even rest.
following
Yeah.
up with us, though.
Please, yes, thank you. And if anything else happens, call us. Call me now. I'll be here every
Call me
Tuesday.
now,
I have
child.
nothing
Or
else
you could
to do.
always, book with Miss Noah for a reading as well.
Send an email to theblackcauldron@gmail.com.
Yeah, it just let me know. Keep me updated. I'm nosy.
Thank you.
All right,
Have
thank
a
you.
good
Have a
one.
good
Night.
one.
So
See, I think that a lot of people forget that you do, readings.
What did you do today?
We don't ever.
Or what did you do yesterday?
I did like
3 readings, 4 readings.
Yeah.
She even
Could've
did a
been
reading
you.
for somebody in
3 or
another
4
country.
readings.
Could have
Pretty
been you.
dope.
Yeah, the day before, I love my regulars so one girl came back to me and I'm like, I know this accent, but it's been like a minute. She was like, you gave me a reading exactly 1 year ago and it was so crazy scary accurate that I had to come back because I need more information.
Hey, people spin a block if you hit them with some facts.
Yeah,
I love the readings that she do where people start crying.
They do that all the time.
But I love it because that means it resonates. Like,
yeah,
it's
right. Yeah, there's a little more to it.
They do that a lot, you know.
Well, it's for a lot of people, it's a big thing.
It is because all of my readings are surrounded by ancestral type of things. So like I have this on and off switch. I can describe what this person looks like, you know. So like when I say my readings are deep, they are. And listen, I love to share the wealth. So I tell y'all like, hey, it's a medium and you know, whatever, go to Trinity Oracles whenever I have to close my calendars down. I'm not a gatekeeper and I'm not a hater. So I do promote a lot of people's content and their services on my page to the point where I think y'all be forgetting that I have my own services.
Better stop
I was
booking.
going to say, you promote everybody else's readings more than you promote your
I have
own.
to promote your readings. I have to be like, y'all book with Noah.
Yeah, because I feel like what's meant for me was meant for Noah. You know,
But if they don't know, how they going to book?
People know. I still get bookings, the people that check on your girl. But in all actuality, over here on YouTube, I'm not able to link my link tree, so you probably don't know. I didn't know that you could if.
Can you put it like in your description in your bio or something?
Can you do it for me? Bestie?
Yeah, let me see.
Please.
Let me do some super sleuthing.
Yeah.
See what's going on.
So
also, I wanted to answer some
I
of
wanted
these.
to answer a question too. I seen one that I wanted to respond to.
Some of these questions in here, like, oh wait, I'm trying to find it because I know this is sometimes, and I got something for y'all. I know this is some of the only time that you get to interact with me, and I have an announcement. Before
we didn't even make that announcement.
We got a few announcements. But let me just do this
do that
real
at the
quick.
end or right now?
This is the
Well, I wanted to read a comment before we go to the end.
Well, let me just say this because I wanted to answer this. So, one thing I know to be true is that you guys don't get to interact with me on a live basis. So sometimes y'all ain't got no story. Y'all just like my vibe, like the vibe of the show, and y'all have spiritual questions. So let me just answer this one because there was one that I seen and now I cannot find it. Oh, it says, Noah, your husband lives in a house with half spiritually gifted people, I'm assuming. What has it been like for him living in a home with a foot in each realm? I know he about sick of me. He's sick of me and my daughter. He's sick of it because he won't. I mean, there was times when he was just like, yeah, I be seeing shit run through the house and I just act like I don't see it. It'd be like this, especially when we had that big old haunted house. I mean, them spirits was Naruto running from room to room to room to room, and you would see him all day, every day, to the point where I'd be like, you know, can you at least close the door behind you?
Turn the light off.
Turn the light off for me, because it was just unhinged in the house. So I would say, from my perspective, at this point, he accepts the fact that sometimes my daughter and I are going to say stuff that it's going to scare shit out of him. You know, we're going to see ancestors. We're going to feel them. We're going to communicate. But I'll let you know what?
He's still here, though. Yeah. He's still here.
I'm gonna answer it as well, but mine's is a little bit more of a longer answer just because it's going to take like probably about 3 minutes, y'all. So basically, growing up, I've always, like, I grew up as a Christian. I don't know if that's a secret or not, but I grew up as a Christian in a Christian household. Like, my granddad was a pastor, the whole nine. And, but on my father's side of the family, they were Muslims. So, like, I always had different perspective into multi-religions just because, like, different religions had always intrigued me. You know, so, like, I had always asked questions about multiple religions back when I was younger.
Right.
So that kind of set the precedence for where I am now, because now I'm spiritual as well, but I'm not like on her level of spirituality.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm more spiritual. Like, you know, I believe that there's a higher power in the universe.
And like understanding,
you know,
and, just
and I
like,
understand
things are gonna come.
Exactly. So when it comes to my spouse and my daughter, you got to understand that this is not the person that I married. Like that's the perfect thing about like evolution and like evolving and growing and maturing, however you want to say it. I
Oh,
don't want
let me
nobody
let my
coming for
stepdad
me.
get on my nerves
I
with
don't
that.
want nobody coming for me, so I'm
Maturing.
saying it both ways.
So you let your frontal lobe fully develop in your brain.
Yeah, like, so now that she's grown into this person, I love her more now than I did when we first met. Because when we first met, it was more because she was a fox.
He's keeping it a what?
But, she was.
Fuck you mean
she-
was? I still am.
Somebody just said them
No.
cheekbones was hitting.
Listen, I'm not taking nothing away from the way that she look now because she be mad at me all the time because I be flirting with her.
Didn't I just
and
say,
she be
stop
ignoring
embarrassing me
Yep.
when I
She
came
be
in there,
ignoring me all the
he
time.
was
I be like,
catcalling me.
ooh.
I'll be like,
You did it on air.
Yeah,
Listen.
I was like, stop embarrassing me.
But
Leave me
I
alone.
really mean that. Like,
Yes.
my wife is bad. And people be quick to say it in the comments, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about spirituality.
Oh my god.
Back to the topic at hand.
So now that she's evolved into this person and she's going through her spiritual journey, it opened up my eyes to things that I don't know. Because even though she be doing her research and she's doing research for her own self, she educates me on certain things along the way. So like I'm a novice spiritualist at this point because, I picked up so much information. Like I know about deities. I know about different things that the regular common person wouldn't know about unless you took the time to educate yourself.
You're a little embryo. You know, we gonna get you there.
And so
you gotta what do they call it?
And with my daughter, when she
Incubate.
was first born, I'll never forget. I had her, and we went to a store or something, and it was an older black lady that walked up to her, and she was like, "Oh, that baby is blessed. That baby is blessed. Like she got angels around her. Like you got to keep her." Now, she said you got to keep her in church, but
You know what? Old voodoo women, let me tell you something. They always, first of all, no, lady, you blessed too, because how you see angels and halos
around my daughter.
Don't worry about me and mine. Worry about you.
And back then, I was not a spiritualist. I said, you better stop putting my baby in people's face, okay? Because I was like scared. He told me like,
but when
this lady just told me this in the store, and I'm like, you always talking to somebody. Leave people alone because he's so social.
When she told me that, knowing my daughter's backstory and her journey, like knowing how she was born septic, knowing that she was purple when she was born. She was in a NICU for 23 days. Knowing everything that she went through, I knew that she was going to be different. I just didn't know.
We didn't know
what kind of different she was going to be.
Right.
And then I also knew from a very young age that she was different because when she walked down the steps and she looked at the picture of her grandfather and she said, "That's my grandpa. That's my grandpa."
I was like,
he
you know
died.
that man? I barely know him. You know him?
He died.
No.
He crashed into a tree.
Drinking apple juice.
Drinking apple juice.
Yeah.
Spoke of his death and exactly how he died. I knew that she was talking to somebody on the other side.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So you could either let these things make you afraid and run away, or you can embrace these things and embrace the abilities that these people around you have. Where now I want to seek readings from people.
Right.
Things that
you want to seek a reading?
Yeah, I'm not letting you read me. I'm not letting you read me.
I'm seeing you got to clean the motherfucking dishes.
No, she'll be like, I see that you need to buy me these Jimmy Choo heels tomorrow, and the cards say that you didn't put enough on the cable bill. No, I'm not.
No,
he needs an outside opinion.
That.
You only put 50 in my gas tank. I'm gonna need you to put 65.
Mm-hmm.
This premium gas is gonna run out fast.
Sam's Club.
I'm gonna read
Saves
you
my life.
anyway. I got permission, and I can spiritually bypass with you.
Hey, we could do it tonight.
But okay, so
Talk about the reading.
Listen,
you can read
I
me
didn't know
tonight.
I assumed you was talking about
Yeah,
the
you
reading.
can read me tonight.
One thing.
Shoot.
Okay, fine.
All right, Mr. Fred. To drop something.
Oh, go ahead.
The way
You know,
he reached over
I
was...
already know he's an asshole.
You know what? Don't make. Listen, man. It's too early in the year to cry. Okay.
No, that's that sexual healing music.
That wasn't sexual healing music. That was more like
really hoping for it.
It was like One Direction.
I'm sorry, Miss Noah. What were you going to say before you were rudely interrupted?
And I'm sorry, y'all, because we're about to get off of here. I know there's a few announcements that we need to make, though. And I hope everybody, we still in the room. We got about 158
Before you make
people.
those announcements, Noah and I both dropped a new video this week,
Yes,
so I'm gonna need
please.
you to go ahead and watch both those
I'm gonna
videos
drop
right after
another
this.
one tomorrow too.
I got another one dropping Monday, and then I'm working
then I'm
on
gonna
one for
drop
Friday.
one
We're
on
trying to get our
Friday.
life together. We ain't got an we do got iPads. I was about to
But
say
that
we ain't
I'll be
got.
on my iPad. That's why my life not together.
I wish she would get on the iPad
But
because I
I
paid
can-
a couple $100 for her, and she ain't.
No.
She probably used it 5 times.
Boy, please.
Never mind.
So what I will say is this. First of all, before I make my announcement, please, I want you to take your phone, because I know y'all watching on the phone. I want you to thumbs up the live over here on Black Cauldron and on Calls from Beyond.
I mean, get out the comments. You got to hit
You
that
gotta
X
hit
button in the
It's
comments.
it should look like this. Okay? It should look like this.
Why you got that big house on your thing?
I don't know.
Oh, that's because it came up in your reading.
Manifestation. Okay, so can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Thank you for liking the live.
You're supposed to tap the mic like this. Can you hear me?
I will be starting my own show.
Gee, I wasn't ready for that one. Hold
I
on.
wasn't either. I didn't even know.
He's like, wait, this is news to me too. I'm surprised too.
Yeah, I
What
didn't
we doing?
tell
What we doing?
anybody. We are doing a show called Tarot and Tea.
What?
Trademark Black Cauldron.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
steal my shit, y'all.
It ain't gonna be as popular.
And no one knows about it but my besties that are here in the chat.
It's a secret.
Quickly move on. Quickly, so they can't. They can't.
Quickly.
What's the next one? They're gonna have to come back and watch it to know.
Another announcement from Calls from Beyond is that we are adding a second show on.
Starting.
Go.
When is that
Except
starting?
This is gonna start on the 16th. Okay, but it's not a call-in show. We need y'all help. We want y'all to send us the scariest, creepiest pictures, videos, audio, whatever, so that we can react live to it with you guys.
And if it's your personal video, make sure you give us some context so we can share that context before we analyze, the information.
yes.
But that's so you guys are gonna get a bonus show.
yeah.
On top of.
On top of
of
bonus
this show.
content and this show.
So is what you filmed earlier maybe tarot and tea? Maybe.
No.
No.
Well,
That's just. Gonna be,
it will follow the. It's not tarot technically, but it is tarot.
Tarot and tea is
some
Yeah.
Noah tea for
Yes.
sure.
The basis, me and my assistant are still cultivating it, and we hope to drop it within the next 2 to 3 weeks. But the basis of it is, if you're willing to spill your tea, I'm willing to read it with some tarot, and also to give us a safe space where the people that are over here on YouTube and have these spiritual questions, they can get the tea. So
have we agreed? Is it gonna be 3 cards?
we don't know yet.
Oh, the details haven't been.
That's why you gotta
revealed
follow.
yet.
That's why if you're not subscribed, I'm gonna give y'all a hint though. Y'all need to be on my members list on my channel, because the people that are members on there, yeah,
You might get some.
you might get a
perks.
little perk, okay, a little big perk.
It might be worth your little chicken.
So I will be adding another tier though, just to make it make sense, because those people will have priority. They always have priority. Shout out to my members here and on Calls from Beyond. So,
Hey, y'all better.
but
hey,
yeah.
man. You know what?
Got
So-
some big
I've been
announcements. We
sleeping-
got.
I've been sleeping with the enemy now.
Yeah.
Damn. Let's wrap
didn't
let's
tell
wrap up
him.
what these announcements are. So first of all, bonus show from Calls from Beyond. So now we're gonna be live Tuesdays and Thursdays, starting the 16th, which is next week.
Shout out
New show coming from Miss Black Cauldron called Tarot and Tea,
tarot and tea.
which tea's not included, but you should bring it.
You should bring it, because
should
I'm gonna
bring
bring it. I'm a snitch.
So it is
it's my
included,
card.
but it's better shared.
So it's my cards and that pendulum. You know,
Are you gonna use the baby cards?
that would be so cool.
The little baby
Yeah.
cards they
Just
got you?
that's for little T.
That's for
That's
little
a-
tea.
That's that's a crumb.
How much tea would you
time.
like?
I would like a
What
small
size
tea.
would you like?
Okay.
Do you want a venti? I'm
Right.
gonna pull out these cards.
Oh,
That was a good one.
that's a good one.
That's a
That
bar.
was a good one. That was a bar. So yes, to wrap
Spirits
up
with Spirits
these,
is
Spirits
back.
with Spirits is back. We will be making an event surrounding it, so just look after that.
Yeah, keep an eye out because we'll announce. We're gonna start having. We're gonna see how the first 2 months kind of goes. See what, but then we're gonna start smacking guests, like not smacking, but smacking with guests. We're talking Black Cauldron. We're talking Mr. JW. We're talking some other big content
So you be
creators.
smacking Mario coins out of people?
In
No,
all
they
the
tried.
good ways.
They tried to smack the Mario coins out of us. Some of those
Listen,
nights.
So, and I'm telling you, this year is going to be so big. And this is the first show of the year. And I've been talking to an event planner.
We're trying to take this thing on the road, y'all.
I've been in contact with a event planner. So when I tell you the content will be contenting, the interaction and engagements will be very, very much so organic and sincere. We working on it. So Spirits with Spirits. Hold on, let me finish this because our ADHD is getting the hell it got it by a chokehold.
Spirits with Spirits.
Tarot and Tea.
Tarot and Tea.
Extra Calls from Beyond show on Thursdays. And that's at 5.
Yep, same time as this one.
5.
But they're not getting it until Friday, right?
No.
Are we releasing it that day?
It's live.
That's a live.
That's
I thought
we decided to do the live. Sorry.
We were all in the same meeting.
I'm sorry, we changed it like 6 times, y'all.
We wanted it to work best for y'all, and it made more sense to have it live. Y'all love the lives. Y'all can listen to the lives.
Doesn't mean less bonus content though.
We're still doing bonus content. We were supposed to do a mukbang today.
It's okay. We'll get you guys next week.
Now I'm hungry.
We got to put the poll in.
Yeah.
Pause.
This man with this ADHD.
We got to put you said something about the mukbang. We got to put the poll in. I think that was a good idea. All right.
So there was a poll to see what we should eat on the mukbang next week. I don't know how to do a poll.
I guess just leave comments. Leave your comments now. What should we eat for the next mukbang?
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing something. What was the last one? You also offer readings, so
yeah,
should book with her.
Book with me. I offer 15-minute readings. Like you don't have to be sitting on the phone with me and pre-record it.
You didn't got to see her face.
I try to. No, you'll see my face.
I mean, you'll see her face, but she don't.
I try to like cater to every budget. Like I don't like charging a lot of money for my readings. So.
Mari's trying to get us in trouble. Try the Taco Bell chicken nuggets.
I'm not trying them damn.
Those are raccoon ankles.
I did. It was.
That's what I called them. I said I'm not trying them damn.
Hey,
he liked them.
Listen, it was good to me. And I got the nacho cheese to dip it in.
George, please save us. Please just
Waka Flocka.
Yeah, my social meter is done for the night. I'm going to go have a drink and eat something.
Keep an eye out though on Black Cauldron's channel. New video coming out tomorrow or the night after.
And you can still book on our Trova trip.
Oh yeah,
Bro, I thought you wanted me to save you. I'm starting to play the tunes. I thought it was just.
I'm sorry. But I gotta promote the trip.
I need to know what strain you be taking because you are just so cool. ADHD is not even existent in that corner.
Do you guys?
Let's have a conversation.
Do we want R&B to end this?
We could do R&B, but we got to talk about the trip because we got spots left.
We got spots left. Go book it. Excuse me. I'm ready to go to my social meter is so.
We are still live, ma'am.
Oh, hi. Y'all know I'm raggedy. We friends. I got like 150-some-thousand friends on here. They know me.
Book the
Go book. Go subscribe to all 3 channels. Go watch the new videos we just put out. Tarot tea. Pin and pull.
Are we done yet? I swear, guys. I'm sorry. Are we done? I'm serious. This is going to be a real issue this year. We don't know when we're done. We got to know when we're done.
This motherfucker booked 3 shows in a row.
Oh my gosh, guys, the mics have been over this whole time. Good night, everybody.